Voices of the void, if you are out there, make yourself known. Can you hear me? Hello everybody, and welcome back to another lovely Monday stream of Papa's Freezeria Deluxe. Where we last left off, we managed to find Papa Louie after that hurricane. Honestly kind of forgot that was like this game's quote-unquote plot. But yeah, we found him. We went through all the holidays, got a lot of achievements, met a lot of people. So we kind of finished the main story arc of the game, and now we're just trying to collect all the customers we can so we can reach that sweet 100%. And then at the end of the stream, we're gonna have that Smasher Pass I've kept talking about this entire time. A whole number of you have been requesting, that number being 0, but it seems fun and I've kept talking about it this whole time, so we're gonna do it because I want to. So let's hurry up and get started. Yep, look at us, nice and ready for the Portellini feast. And look at that, 87 out of 100. Look at all these stickers! We're literally 3 away from finishing the game. Once we have all the customers, we're gonna watch the parade, we're gonna, celebrate all that good stuff, maybe look at all the characters' new outfits that we'll inevitably get, and then we'll do the Smasher Pass. Anyway, since the Portellini Feast is in town, hopefully we'll be able to see Carlo Romano. Because I want to see him, of course. No other ulterior motives. We're all dressed up, we're all looking cute, so let's just go ahead and get going. I knew it! Yes! Thank you! Hello, Carlo. Oh wow, he doesn't have anything exclusive for the Portellini Feast. Alright. I would have expected that he would. But oh well. Let's just get started blending. Ooh, Moose, hello. Another extra blend, alright. Extra smooth. Alright. May as well finish the first one for Carlo. Tell that it's gonna be one of those days when we get 2 extra smooths right off the bat. Anyways. Ooh, looks good. Hello, Lizo. Alright. Easy enough. Okay, this is looking good, so maybe we can get this to perfect. Okay, maybe not, but at least we tried, and that's what's important. serve everyone in the Romano family quartet. Nice! Took long enough. Now all we need to do is serve everybody and, oh yeah, get the last special recipe. I am so excited. Like, I've never even... Oh, whoops. Whoops again. I've never even finished a Papa's game before. Unless you count the mobile versions. I'm not for the sake of the story. Like, I've never finished them. Like, I never really, you know... I never really knew there was an end. Fuck. You know what? Forget it. Let's just... We'll just make a new one. There. I can't believe I let that happen. This is so gonna affect my score. But, oh well. We gotta roll with the punches. Thank you, Lizelle. Hey there, Chuck. Alright, Calypso Island cooler. Alright. Pineapple. And some citrus. I really hope Moose isn't too mad about this. I'm sure it's not gonna be too bad. It's not like I'm gonna... I think there will be some score penalty, but I don't think it's gonna be, like, awful. At least I don't think. I hope not. Ooh, nice, a perfect. Thanks, Kingsley. Oh, yep, another special. Who would have thought? I should have. I've been so panicked I forgot to pay attention to that. Alright, 5, 6. And today is Sunday, so... Oh yeah, that's right. Jojo is coming. We can't prepare for Jojo. He random orders. Alright, we're gonna put the right toppings on this time. And not look like a total doofus. And there we go. Hopefully it's not too bad. Oh, he's still happy, so honestly, that's good enough for me. Hello, Jojo. Ooh, fascinating. Alright. He usually orders mediums. Alright. Okay, let's see here. What do I need in these things? Alright. Key lime and mango. mango. Dun, dun, dun. A little bit off the side, oh well. Sprinkles. This one sure does have a lot going on. 2 sauces. And look at all these toppings. That. There. One of these. Ooh, nice. And lucky us. +1 customer star. I forgot it did that. Just gotta keep on whipped cream in. Key lime and mango. Alright, rainbow sprinkles. And, there, and there. Nice! Now as for JoJo. Got that cannoli cream. Mango. Herpaderps. I love these little guys. Rainbow sprinkles. Little mint bar. Oh, that was a perfect. Thank you, JoJo. And another great day. Yeah, level up. Mini games. We don't need to do mini games. We've already maxed out all the mini games. Ooh, new costumes. All right, Austin. Ooh, neat. I'm pretty sure that's the costume he wears in his flip deck picture. Doan. Ooh, it's like his classic outfit, but a little more stylized. I love it. Alright, Simone. Very cute. Ooh, full black. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Ooh, that looks good. I like that. Alright. Ooh, and we give it to Vincent. Oh, that's such a cute detail. Ooh, he looks fresh. Oh, he looks fresh. Oh, he looks so fresh. Oh, I love it. Alright, Sue. Ooh, nice. Definitely looks good. And Duke, gotcha. Ooh! Ooh, I love it. Ooh, I love it. It's so fancy. It's so cute. I love it. Alright. Anyways, we gotta continue the... Actually, hold on. Maybe if I give someone a coupon, they'll come in with a star or a special. Because that seems to increase the odds. I'm not certain about that. Maybe it's just a coincidence. But like, let's just give a coupon to Nevada. Maybe she'll bring a special. And if not, uh-oh, we accidentally gave Nevada an extra star even though she's already one, which will make her one away from reaching gold. I mean, we really have nothing to lose here except $25 for the coupon. Hacky Zack. Alright. Howdy there. How are things going at the Palateria? Alright. I would have expected more fruit considering, you know, his design, but Oh well, it's fine. Just keep on cooking. Alright. Ooh, and a special for Chuck. Nice. And if we get this to him good, we'll be able to get him up to, like, silver. So we definitely need to do a good job. Anyways, let that blend. Let this speed up. And there we go. I'm just gonna add some of that. Alright. This might be a perfect. I knew it! Thank you, Nevada. You got it, girl. There it is. Couldn't find it for a second, but that's fine. Anyways, luau sprinkles. Get that. And cloud. Okay. My internet has decided it wants to be terrible again, but don't worry, I fixed it. If it happens again, I'm not gonna give up this time because I am not giving up on my dreams of the Papa Louie series Smasher Pass. I'm not giving up my dreams on that. Anyways, before we were so rudely interrupted, we did manage to get the last recipe. Mango peach tea. Doesn't that look delicious? We got all these recipes now. And we got a few new outfits for a few new characters since we got it. Hold on, I need to see if I can find it. I didn't see which one it was. I think it was somewhere down here. 10 difficult whereabouts serve, unlock all toppings, unlock all standard shakers, unlock. There it is. Taco Dale hard shells. That's the one we unlocked. That's the sticker we got. Anyways, now let's see what these new outfits are for these characters. Alright, I already forgot what your name was. Ooh, nice. Got like the marching band jacket. Draxon. Nice. Alright, Carlo Romano. Just got him and now he's got an outfit. Ooh, Spiffy. I love it. Ooh, he looks so handsome. Alright. Zach. Ooh, it's like an inverse. It's like an inverse of his usual outfit. I love it. Alright. We just need to do one more achievement and get all the customers. That's like 4 more we need to get. Wow, this one really isn't gonna take long, huh? Oh well. Patrona. I wonder if she's... Is she related to, like, Anana? Like, the hair is kind of similar. But it is a very cute hair. Anyways, peaches and pink lemonade. Hello again, Cletus. You want the special again? You absolutely got it. Let's see, there it is. And there. Keep on stirring, do-do-do-do. It's gotta get there before the third customer. I'm pretty sure it will. At least I hope it does. There we go. And there's the third customer. Hello there, Lloyd. Alright. Simple, extra chunky. This is basically done, so I'm just gonna hold it down. There we go. Now, let's see here. Mango. And Pawpaw. I wonder what Pawpaw tastes like. And there we go. Oh, crap. Patrona, help me here. Please hurry up. Thank you, Patrona. Please help me out here. Please. Okay. A little bit over blended, but that's fine. Howdy, Taylor. Alright, you got it. There we go. Alright. Key lime and mango. Rainbow sprinkles. Then, there, and, here. There we go. Simple as that. Excuse me. Thank you, Cletus. Ooh, army helmet. Nice. Alright. Ooh, that looks real nice. Oh, and then I ruined it by dropping some off the side there. Oh well. Lloyd really likes the tortellini feast toppings. Anyways, there we go for that. Howdy there, Kenji. One special, you got it. There we go, and where... Oh, there it is. Now, we can't plan ahead now because we don't know who's coming next, but Captain Corey actually is going to show up because it actually is Tuesday and not Monday. I just mixed up the days like that because I'm a dumb. Anyways. I already forgot who this was for. Taylor, I think. Oh, nope. That's not what I meant to grab. And... there we go! Ooh, and that was a perfect! Thanks, Taylor. Thanks for the $10 tip. Anyway, speed through this. When is that 6th customer gonna show up? There we are. Ooh, Lizelle. Alright. Strudel. and whatever this was called. I always forget what the things are unless they're like specifically shown in like their title. Anyways, now Captain Corey's order, it was peaches and lemonade. Yep. Medium peaches lemonade. There it is. I know this seems a little bit unnecessary. I mean, we only need to play it for a few days to get the last of the customers we need. So being fast doesn't really matter, but I don't know, it's fun and I enjoy it, so we're doing it because that's why. Anyways, here's your special, Kenji. Thank you. Alright. Howdy there, Corey. Alright. Just let that one go while we focus on Lizelle. Alright. Key lime. What was this one, like cherry or something? Oh, there we go. Pomegranate. There and there. And there we go. Yeah! Oh, whoops. A little bit of a mess, but that's fine. Thank you, Corey. And another day finished. Looking good. We're doing well for ourselves. We're looking fresh to death. We're gonna skip the mini games because we don't need to play them if we're already masters. Let's see, what should we add next? Let's go with Candy Concrete. This one seems really nice and unique. Plus, this may be the last couple of days we're going to be playing, considering we have exactly 3 customers left, and we're going to need exactly 3 days to, you know, max out the special. Anyways, what's Patrona's new outfit going to look like? Ooh, cute. It's like the pattern on her skirt on her jacket. Ooh, I love that. It's simple, but it's cool. And I like it. And, you know, since we're at it, let's just give Nevada another coupon just so we can, you know, get her maxed out since she's already one away. Thanks to our coupon shenanigans last time. Or, well, day before yesterday. Yep, looks good. Let's go. Yuko. Parasol, fancy. Dun 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 dun. It really is a nice outfit. Alright, extra chunky. We're just gonna go all the way like we usually do when we have chunky at the start of the day. There we go. Simple as that. Ooh, Shannon! And she wants the special. Nice. Alright. We just need the legally distinct M&Ms. And cotton candy. Alright. Oh. Alright, a little bit of a mess, but I'm sure it's fine. She still likes it, so it's cool. We're fine. Nothing to worry about. Hello, Nevada. Nice to see you again. Alright. Anyways, let's see here. Alright. Luau syrup, luau sauce, whichever one you want to call it, doesn't matter. And rainbow sprinkles. Or herpaderps. And yep, I think that's it. Yeah! And we got Shannon the Gold Star. Woohoo! Hello, Franco. Looking fresh. Alright. Anyways, back to Nevada's order. There we go. I wonder if we should summon anyone else so we can try and get them maxed out while we're, you know, already doing this. I wonder if there's anyone who's close enough. Ooh, yes! Gold Star Nevada, thank you very much. Alright. We just gotta wait for the next customer. One of them is going to order the special. I really hope it's number 6. Then it'll be, let's see, it's Wednesday, so that means Grimmy's gonna come. Hello, Zolo. Ooh, special? Okay. Not what I wanted, but we'll make it work. There we go. There we go. That looks nice. Peanuts. And okay, that little lopsided thing might have just cost me 100%. Knew it. Oh well. At least we still got our star. Anyways, hurry this up right here. There we go. Alright. Already forgot. Luau syrup. Bruna, hello! I wasn't expecting you. Alright. Now let's see. Grimmy. There he is. Medium. Oh, you can click on it to make it bigger. Oh, does that work on? Oh, wow, that does work on everybody. I legit did not know that. Well, that's good to know. Anyways, medium, kiwi. There it is. And, there we go. Just let that go. Anyways, what's next on the special? Rainbow sprinkles. Herpadurts. 2 of these. 1 of these on top. And there we go. And we got solo at silver stars. Not really necessary, but, I mean, we still got it. I guess it makes sense that it doesn't carry over. That would be kind of OP, but, I mean, I guess it would be nice. Anyways, cannoli cream. This. And some of these. There we go. Yay! We did it! Alright. Now just gotta add all this. Two, three, and there we go. Thank you, Grimmy. Alright, let's see. What is Yuko's new outfit gonna look like? Ooh, cute! She's even got the flower pattern on her parasol. Oh, that's adorable. I love it. Alright, let's see. Yeah, let's bring Ellie over here. Let's just go ahead and buy 2. Just get that to her. Okay, that's at 2 stars. Alright. And we got 2 customers left. I wonder who they're gonna be. Oh, Rita! I thought we got you already. Alright, well, it's nice to see you. I really did think we had her already. Alright. Nice and simple. Alright. Just gotta fast this forward. There it is. Ooh, Shannon wants candy concrete. Okay. She's already maxed out, but oh well. There's the cotton candy. Couldn't find it for a second. And just keep moving this forward. Oh wait, nope. It needs to be 3. I somehow already forgot that. It needs to be extra smooth. go. Alright. Hello, Ellie. Nice to see you. There we go. And... ooh, perfect. Thank you, Rita. Alright. Alright, hi Kingsley. Okay, simple enough. There's the s'mores. Lost that for a second. Keep losing things. They don't move. I don't understand what's so hard about keeping track of them. Anyways, what else was there? Oh, right. Rainbow sprinkles. Herpaderps. That's not actually what they're called. That's just what I call them because it's funny. 1, 2. Gummy on top. There we go. Nice. Alright. As with this one, I still never looked up if flavored whipped cream was a thing. I really should do that. I keep saying I will, and then I inevitably don't. Or maybe I won't, and then I'll just let the mystery just settle. You know? Thank you, Ellie. Oh, please hurry up. Thank you. That could have been bad. Hey there, Olga. Alright. You got it. Some tiramisu and some, what was this? Chai tea? I just remember that it was tea. Alright, this next one's gonna be another candy concrete. And today is Thursday. That's Quinn. Large tiramisu espresso. There we go, and there we go. Where, there it is. Two and a 3. Just go ahead and serve that, and then we'll take the next order. Thank you, Kingsley. Greg, hello. Of course, they want the special. Good thing I planned ahead. Anyways, as for this one, for Olga. Already finished, okay. Just gotta add some of these. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and Quinn's is ready too. That's great. Yes! Silver Star, let's go. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this started before taking Quinn's order. Because I know it's her out there. Howdy there, Quinn. Alright, you got it. Alright. Rainbow sprinkles. Derps. Cotton candy Cremos. That aren't seasonal for some reason, even though they totally looked like they would have been. Nice! Thank you, Greg. Okay. And just some of these. There we go. Nice. Thank you, Quinn. All right. Adding up all good. Level 75. Woohoo! Blender ball? Absolutely not. Alright, let's see what this new outfit Rita has. Looks like. Ooh, burger! Burgeria! Ooh, that's so cute. I love it. Alright. Deliver this to Ellie again. Now she's gonna be coming in. Alright. One last customer. Just one more, and we'll have caught them all. Didar. Alright. Seems like a cool guy. Okay. This is the last. This is gonna be the last one. Or maybe we'll do just a bonus day. I mean, this is gonna be the last one where we'll get all the achievements. We can do one more before we do the Smasher Pass. So we can, you know, like, take in our achievement. Like, really let it settle that we worked hard and we did it. With determination and smarts and stuff like that. Almost there, come on. Number 3 is gonna be coming in soon. There we go. Oh, shoot. Oh well. At least I got number 3. Hello, Ellie. Alright. And there we go. Just fast forward that one. It's already done, may as well. Anyways, so much for beginner's luck. But oh well. Could be worse, I suppose. There we go. What do you think, Didar? Yeah! We did it! Gang's all here. Serve all the customers. We served all the customers, everybody. We did it! Hello again, Bruna. Alright. Anyways, back to this one. Rainbow sprinkles and derps. And there we go. Should we change the special for the last day? Ooh. Hold on, did the stream break again? I was looking at my iPad and it right next to me and it looked like the stream broke, but I guess it's fine now. I guess it just choked for a second. Oh well. Back to it. Howdy there, Kingsley. At least it managed to fix itself on its own this time, and I didn't have to fix the internet again. I hope this doesn't happen on whatever new series we're going to be starting after I take a break next week. Anyways, 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, shoot, I need to start making the specials and stuff. Okay, what day is it today? Friday. Which means Robbie's coming in. Where? There he is. Alright. Apples and a... not Neapolitan. It was a medium, right? Yes, it was. I thought it was a large for a second. Anyways, apples and, I already forgot. Oh yeah, right, the not Neapolitan. Anyways. There we go. Ooh, yippee! Alright. And there we go. Nice! Thank you, Kingsley. Alright, now just gotta get this on there. Rainbow sprinkles and herpaderps. Hey, Robbie! Oh, it's a good thing you order fast, because your order literally just finished on the blender. Anyways, there we go. I don't know why, but the concept of this thing kind of weirds me out. Like, that is gonna be hell on the sensory autism. Ugh. Excuse me. That came out of nowhere. Anyways. And there we go. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Yeah, thank you, Robbie. And we have officially 100%ed Papa's Freezeria Deluxe in terms of getting all the achievements. With like an asterisk after that. But we did it! We worked hard and we did it! Alright. since tomorrow is gonna be payday, no thank you. Since tomorrow's gonna be payday, I think we do one final, like, day to celebrate. Just, one final payday. Let's just put on the mocha mix, the caramel macchiato. Because I don't want to start a new special after we're about to, you know, end the series. Anyways. Look at that. 100%. All the stickers. All the achievements. Look at how beautiful that is. Truly beautiful. Then look at all these beautiful stickers. Beautiful. Alright. Now we're gonna do Louie last, because of course. So let's open up everyone. Janana, right, that's what your name is. I was talking about you earlier and I couldn't remember your name. As an apology, we're gonna let you open yours first. Ooh, cute. Simple. Ooh, but she's wearing the jacket that she's tied around her waist. Ooh, I love small details like that. Alright, Didar. Ooh, all black. Okay. I guess to match the director lady. Rudy. The last of Scarlet and the Shakers. Ooh, got that cheeseria fit. Ooh, I love it. Alright. Coily. Ooh, it's so cute! It's got like the Sushiria belt with like the little hat, ooh, and the sleeves and the little gloves. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. Alright, Chuck. Ooh, nice. Definitely wasn't expecting that, but dang, that looks nice. Alright. Yippee. Ooh, also cute. I love it. And the little cookie beret. That's adorable. Alright, Indigo. Ooh. Ooh, that's so cool. Ooh, I love it. Nice and fashionable. And of course, the man himself, Papa Louie. This has gotta be good. Oh, it's the swimsuit that he was wearing at the end. Oh, I love it. We got everybody's special outfits now, too. It's incredible. Look at what we have done. Beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna blow my nose. We're gonna do one last day to celebrate, and we'll watch the parade, and then we can start the Smasher Pass. This really has been shorter than I thought it would be. Like, I knew it would be short, but I didn't realize it would be this short. Anyways, please excuse me. Alright. Payday! Woo! I'm the best minimum wager. Alright. Dino, how you doing? Alright, simple enough. Are you as excited as I am? We finally did it. We got all the achievements. Ooh, I'm so excited. Just gotta let this finish up. There we go. Treble. Hi. There we go. And this one needs to be extra smooth. Anyways, back up to here. Anyways, get that on there. Cherry. 1, 2. And there we go. Ooh, we were almost at 100%. Alright, Kingsley. Nice to see you, my dude. I feel like I'll probably just get everybody at Gold Star in my own personal time. I mean, maybe if I get bored one day, I'll stream it again, just to, like, you know, fill the void if I'm in between games or don't feel like playing the one I'm currently playing on that day. I have considered that before, just making little one-offs. For, if nothing else, just because I can. Anyways, go ahead and serve that. Ooh, a perfect. Nice. Thanks, Treble. Alright, Franco. And nobody else has ordered the special yet. Ooh, this is definitely gonna be a great way to end it. Alright. Today is Saturday, which means Xandra's coming. So I just need to make 2 of these. Since nobody else has ordered them yet today, I can just do that. And Xandra, there she is. A small pineapple and citrus. There we go. Look at that. Almost forgot to turn the thing on that one. That would have been a disaster. Anyways, peanuts. Caramel macchiato for Big Polly. Already got that in the blender, my guy. Anyways, back to Kingsley's order. There we... Crap! Kingsley, Kingsley, Kingsley. Perfect. Yes, thank you. Kingsley. Whew! Guess I'll finish this one too, since it's already so close. Alright. Some of this cherry syrup. Oh, and there's Sandra's order. Great. And 1 and 2 and put one over here. Thank you, Franco. Alright. Simple enough. Whipped cream, caramel, chocolate. Yep, caramel and chocolate in that order. Just gotta make sure. Always gotta be sure. Chocolate chips. and a little thing on the right. Nice! And double tips. Ooh, and Cooper wants one too. Perfect. We can get him the bronze star too. Or well, we can get his star up anyways. I don't know if anyone else has actually gotten a star up today. I can't remember. Anyways, chocolate chip. One of these, and serve. There we go. Gold star. Hello, Andra. We've already got your order halfway finished. Thanks to my incredible foresight. Anyways. There. And there. Three. And simple as that. A little bit low on decoration, but that's fine. And another day finished. We just finished our last shift. At least for stream anyways. Level 76. Alright. Alright, skip the mini games. And we're just hot off the heels on Maple Mornings. Well, hot off the heels of the Portellini Feast and moving straight into Maple Mornings. But, you know, we already finished the game basically, so let's just go ahead and celebrate by watching the parade. Now that we have every customer, this one's definitely going to be a lot better than the one we had at the end credits. Oh, and look at me and Penny up there. Heck yeah. Oh, and we got our closers. Look at him go. Papa's Pizzeria. Nice. It's even being pulled by the delivery car. Or a car that looks like the delivery car. And Santa with a golden customer flag. Oh, and the gold star customer procession. Ooh, and we got the Burger Gang! The Burgeria! Ooh, look at them go. Look at Boomer. Look at how cute she is. Zolo, there you are. And we got the silvers. Alright. Ooh, Taco. Taco Mia. Alright. It's so cool to see all of the cars. I don't think we got to see as many as we did during the racing minigame. We only got to see like a handful of them. The fact that Sprinkles is just still in her little sad clown costume. Oh, and we got more of the bronze stars coming in. And some more. Don't be shy, come on. Keep them coming, let's go. Look at them all go. Oh, I'm so glad we managed to do this. I wonder if this, like, got the Kingsley car because they're like they're based on real people or something. Oh, Pancakeria. Either that or they were made by fans. One of those two, I think. Ooh, I love the... What was her name? Skylar? Anyways, I love the steampunk mobile. Oh, and there goes Fitz. Ooh, Wingeria. Nice. Oh, we got the Romano family. Where the hell's Carlo? Oh, right. He's probably with the Cupcakeria, or Ice Creameria. There goes Hot Doggeria. And there's Cupcakeria. With James and Willow. Carlo was, Scooperia, yeah. Anyways, there's Pastaria. Don in Utah. Donuteria. What was his name? Scott and, Skipper. Cheeseria. Scarlett and Rudy. Oh, I love their matching outfits. Bakeria. Tim and Cecilia. Looking fresh. Love the outfits. Sushiria with Clover and, no wait, that one's Matt. The Matt and, crap, I always forget. Anyways, there we are, Scooperia. Yep. There goes Carlo. And Mocharia with Alan and Akari. And there's Cluckeria with Wylan and Olivia. And we got Louie right at the end to celebrate. Beautiful. We did that. We did that together. We got the achievements, we got all the customers. And we got quite a few at 5 stars. Or, well, gold star anyways. I mean, there's still quite a lot. Yeah, you can understand why I didn't want to do this. Not that I'm tired of the game, it's just that, you know, we got all the achievements. We don't need to keep on going. And besides, I want to do this on some personal time, you know? Have some fun with that. Anyways, exiting out of here, and actually, it's intentional now. Wow. Mocharia, Cluckeria, are those new? Yeah, they're some of the newest ones. They're only available on mobile, though. There's also Paleteria, but I'm pretty sure that was like right hot off the heels when this one came up. So I guess they didn't have time to incorporate it into the parade. I'm pretty sure Hacky Sack and Lizelle were the playable characters in that one. But yeah. Anyways, now that this is done, I need to set up the Smasher Pass, so I'm gonna have to work on that for a second. So please excuse me while I do that. Alright. Got it set up. I set up a little PowerPoint presentation and everything. Now, some rules I want to go over before this one is, before we start, rules I want to lay down are, well, if they are confirmed to be a minor in their, flip deck card, which is where I got the pictures and info from, if it is mentioned to be a minor, we are immediately saying pass, and if it doesn't, we assume that they're legal and therefore can make our decision. And if they're based on real people, we're also saying pass, even though I'm pretty sure there's only like 3. But, I don't want to say smash if it's a real person, because that's weird and not cool, I don't think. Anyways, this is going in order of the flip deck, or well, the currently available flip deck. I'm not gonna, like, amend this if they add, like, a bunch of new characters. Unless they add, like, maybe, like, 50 new characters. Which is probably gonna take a while, so I'm not really planning on amending it if, unless they add, like, a substantial number of characters, but anyways, whew! Papa Louie's Smash or Pass. Let's go. Let's get this started. Alright, Wally. Wally's one of Papa Louie's original customers. He quietly lives in an apartment above Papa's Pizzeria. Wally's all-time favorite topping is anchovies. If he could, Wally could order a double anchovy burger in Papa's Burgeria. For now, he'll have to stick with pizzas to get his fishy fix. So I guess that does explain the fishing outfit from the Deluxe. It's just kind of fitting, considering he loves fish. And not just that he's an old man. Now, he is very... Okay, look, he seems nice, and he seems like a nice fella, but I'm gonna have to say pass. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Hold on. I almost forgot that I had I wanted to make sure I set up a counter so that way I could keep track of how many smashes and how many passes there were. And I'm going to keep track of them on my phones. Don't ask me why I have more than one phone. Anyways, pass. And, next. Jojo the Food Critic. Jojo is known far and wide as the premier food critic. He's an adventurous foodie who never orders the same meal twice. Jojo makes weekly stops at restaurants to sample their food. If he enjoys his meal, he'll reward the shop with his blue ribbon. Customers always tip more when a blue ribbon is in sight. Alright, foodie, adventurous. And I mean, yeah, I'm gonna say smash. Next. Kingsley. Kingsley is something of a local celebrity. He can be found working nights at his popular comedy club, Camp Kingsley, where many customers come after a long day of eating. When he isn't telling jokes, Kingsley is busy training for the annual taco eating contest hosted at Papa's Taco Mia. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was one of the ones at the taco eating contest. It was him, Kenji, and either Mitch or Maggie. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, pretty fitting. Funny guy, successful. Smash. Next question. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to say smash. Seems like a cool dude. Quinn. Quinn is one of the top lawyers in town and offers legal representation for Papa Louie and his many franchises. Her law firm is now called Just Quinn and Associates after her longtime partner Tim abruptly left. Quinn only finds time once a week to dine out and can be extra picky with her meals. Alright. So I guess she is kind of sore about losing Tim. I guess that's why she's kind of just angry all the time. I guess she does have a right to be picky if she only gets time, like, once a week to eat out. And, girl boss, so smash. Alright? And the man himself, Tim. Tim has been a loyal customer of Papa Louie since the very beginning, always keeping up with the times. Tim has been evolving his look throughout the years. He finally quit his jobs at Quinn, Tim, and Associates to pursue his lifelong dream of becoming a world champion dancer. Alright, so it's literally like the quit his successful job to pursue his dream. And we kind of saw that in a Bakeria when, you know, it was him and Cecilia trying to get a job at the dance studio. So, yeah. And he really has, like, a changed design. Like, I love, like, looking at the older designs for these characters and changing them. You can especially see it at the olden... You can especially see it in the, like, with Tim and Mindy and Robbie and Alan. Just how they've, like, drastically changed that throughout the years. And honestly, I think that's incredible, honestly. Just seeing that change, like, take place physically. Happy for bro, but pass. Well, too bad, Cook V. I'm saying smash. Alright, next. Sarge fan. The mischievous customer is absolutely obsessed with Sarge and can always be found parading around town with his green army helmet with the help of Quinn. He had his name legally changed to Sarge D. Fan. When Sarge Fan heard of Papa's Freezeria open up, he personally petitioned to have his favorite candy, onion gummies, on the menu. Oh, so that explains it. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've already talked about this on stream before, how they're, like, fans of, like, literal, like, in-universe interdimensional criminals. And how that just, it seems kind of weird. I mean, I guess it's different when they're, like, sentient foods. But at least we got an answer for why the, onion gummies are there, or gummy onions. Hard pass? Yeah, Cook V, I'm gonna say pass on this one. Little Eduardo. Little Eduardo is the founding member of the Romano family quartet. He is the elder of the family and father of Bruna and Carlo Romano. In the quartet, Little Eduardo plays percussion and is a master of the bongo drums. Ooh, yeah. Bongos. Ooh, and I love percussion. I was a percussionist in high school. But I am gonna have to say pass, even though he does seem like a charming, nice guy. Not to mention he has a wife already, so... Not that that would have swayed me, but just saying. Anyways. Gotta say pass, I ain't no homewrecker. Exactly, Cook V, exactly. Alright, Papa Louie. Papa Louie is a lovable Italian chef who got his start selling delicious pizzas. He has a legion of fanatic customers who are willing to try anything Papa Louie has to offer. Whether it's free pizza parties or the keys to his latest restaurant, Papa Louie is always trying to reward his loyal customers. Alright. So I've had a lot of mixed feelings about Louie throughout the years. I always kind of thought he was like, I don't know, he always seemed kind of like a jerk for just like abandoning you after like opening the restaurant. I always assumed that it was like when your father left for the milk and never came back. I never really had any high expectations that he actually would come back, like, ever. And since I never really finished any of my original playthroughs on the OG games, I guess that technically is kind of true. But he definitely is a good guy. I mean, we literally saw him be stranded for months on, like, literal months on, like, Corey's ship after the hurricane. And the first thing he does when he gets back is to host the Volcano Gala to try and fund its repair. Like, money laundering and kind of selfishness aside, this dude is like a trans-dimensional explorer, brave, and is generally a good person. He's just a cool guy. This is a smash off of principle. I agree, Cookfee. This is definitely a smash. Delivery boy Roy. Roy is more than a mere delivery boy. Ever since he was left alone at work, Roy reluctantly took on the role of cook, waiter, and general manager of Papa's Pizzeria. When he's not prepping pizzas, Roy can usually be found running the errands of his uncle, Papa Louie. Alright. So, yeah. Like, one of the first thing he does in, like, the first ever Papa's Pizzeria game, he just leaves Roy a note that's like, hey, I'm going on an adventure. Take care of the pizzeria. Bye. Lol. And that's basically it. But he seems like a cool guy. He seems nice. He even got hair, eventually, in the future games. So good for him. Plus, I don't know why, he just kind of gives off vibes of, like... what's the male equivalent of a girl failure? He gives off those vibes. I'm just gonna use, like, the Apollo Justice as an example. No one really, like, takes him seriously, but he's actually genuinely good at what he does, and is, like, very prideful in what he does. And, you know, he likes his job, and he's good at it, even though he's teased about it a lot. So, I'm gonna say smash. Captain Corey. Captain Corey has been sailing the open sea since she was a little girl. Although she can be a little salty, Corey is hardworking and very reliable. She was recently offered a job by Papa Louie to captain his first luxury food cruise aboard the SS Louie. Yeah, smash. No questions asked. Gino Romano. Gino plays the stand-up bass for the famous Romano family quartet. He is the oldest nephew of little Eduardo and son of the late Giacomo Giante Romano. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. I'm too busy using my phones to count. Giacomo. Thank you, Cookfee. Anyways, his uncle taught Gino to play the bass at age 8, and the two started performing for various weddings and family reunions across the area. When touring with the Romano family quartet, Gino was tasked with driving the old Romano tour bus. It's a hard G, so a goo sound. Gucamo? Gisamo? I'm not good with words. I'm sorry. I'm bad with talking. Okay, so he is pretty cute. He's got a nice mustache. Not goo. Guh, like gum. So it's Gucamo? Gucamo? Whatever, I'm just gonna say pass. Even though he does seem like a nice, charming guy. Alright, Big Polly. We're moving on. After opening Polly's Pepper right next to the pizzeria, Big Polly quickly became a regular customer at Papa Louie's restaurant. He came to Papa Louie's aid when Sarge contaminated a batch of pepper, which created dozens of pizza monsters. Big Polly supplied Papa Louie with explosive pepper bombs to help defeat Sarge in the infamous onion ring. Alright, so he's a pretty good businessman. I'm not explaining it right. Also, Polly is a smash, no question. Oh, that's fine, Cookfee. It's not my fault I suck at English, even though I've spoken it my whole life. Also, I agree, smash. Greg. Greg is a fun-loving kid who lives in the apartments above Papa's Pizzeria. As with other customers, Greg was held captive by Sarge in a gilded cage for many days. During that time, he observed dozens of wild jumping tomatoes in the area. Greg studied them after taking detailed notes and sketches. After he was rescued by Papa Louie, Greg became the go-to kid for any and all tomato facts. Yeah, so child, pass. But there definitely is some hints of autism here, which I can respect. Marty. Marty is the spiky-haired guy behind the counter at Papa's Burgeria. He's got his full-time job from a golden ticket customer contest held by Papa Louie. When he's not flipping burgers, he's strumming out record songs on his guitar with his one and only sister, Clover, on drums. Alright, so him and Clover are siblings, and they're all members of the Scarlet and the Shakers. Alright, so we kind of talked about how this band may or may not have drug paraphernalia. Mostly just weed. But that's not really, like, deterring me. Anyway, Smash. Next. Hank. Hank is a longtime highway patrol officer for the small town of Maple Mountain. He starts off every week with a trip to Papa's Pancakeria, filling up on hot cakes, hot stacks of French toast before starting his shift. Alright. Simple. I mean, he's alright, but he is a cop. Alright, my gut's saying pass, so we're gonna say pass. Nick. On his free days, Nick enjoys kayaking and whitewater rafting with his buddy Mitch. Although Nick is a pro on the rapids, out of water, he can be rather clumsy. To cut down on the bumps and bruises, Nick started wearing his life vest and helmet when walking around town. He may get some strange looks, but better safe than sorry. Hank looks like Herschel from Walking Dead. Well, I don't know anything about Walking Dead, Cook V, so I'm gonna have to take your word for it. I only know the Telltale games and the one crappy game that came out like a couple years ago. That's basically all my Walking Dead knowledge. And Walking Dead is also going to be coming to Dead by Daylight soon, so that's also going to increase it. Anyways, So we've definitely got a literal male equivalent of a girl failure. Whitewater rafting. My parents would definitely like him, because they like outdoorsy stuff like that. Nice guy, but I'm gonna say pass. Rico. Loved your Chili Works minigame. This tough biker arrived with an attitude as a closer in Papa's Taco Mia, but after a relaxing vacation on Calypso Island, he started to mellow out. When he's not visiting Papa's restaurants, he's riding around the country and sampling chili at various roadhouses. Rico is perfecting his own original chili recipe and hopes the customers will one day line up to try a bowl of his chili. Hard smash. You know, I think I would have to agree. He's definitely goal-oriented. And he's got the cool outfit. I'd say smash. Alright, Foodini. This popular game show host found the perfect venue for his traveling game show. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. This popular game show host found the perfect venue for his traveling game show, Papa's chain of restaurants. Since the opening of Papa's Pancakeria, Foodini brings his assortment of food-themed mini-games to the restaurant every evening. Papa Louie loved the added exposure for the from the game show and worked with Foodini on a promotion for opening his new restaurant in Starlight City. Alright. Seems like a charismatic guy. fun. Though I really do not like some of the mini games because they made me want to rip my soul out of my body from how much I did not have fun with them, and others were like extremely fun. This is a tough one. Smash. Yippee! This energetic young cookie scout keeps busy in Maple Mountains and can usually be found hiking in the woods or marching down the street selling delicious cookies. Just when Yippee was looking for a new pet project, Papa's Pancakeria opened in the area and she got started working on her balanced breakfast merit badge. Well, that's cute. Minor, so pass, but still cute. Alright, Kahuna. Kahuna grew up on Calypso Island and won many surfing tournaments as a teenager. Now he owns the Surf Shack on the island, which carries clothes, wetsuits, surfboards, and other beach gear. His handcrafted Kahuna boards are the most popular items in his store. On summer weekends, Kahuna teaches surfing to both the locals and tourists. Okay. This one's kind of tough. I'm gonna have to say Smash, I think. That's what my gut's telling me. Doan. Doan is a longtime customer from the town of Burgerberg. He is a talented graphic designer who Papa Louie hired to design all of his restaurant's brandings and menus. Doan is also an accomplished poster artist, and his works can usually be seen hanging in the lobby of Papa's many restaurants. So graphic design literally is his passion. That's honestly awful. Handcraft is impressive. Carving a board from scratch is a lengthy process. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've watched the Dirty Jobs episode on how they make surfboards. And I'm pretty sure I watched, like, 2/3 of Surf's Up as a kid. So, yeah, I think I know a thing or two about making surfboards. Or at least, I know more than nothing. So, yeah, that's more than can be said for most people. Anyways, So yeah, graphic design is his passion. Does seem kind of bland, though. I don't know. He just seems kind of... He seems like a nice guy, but he just seems kind of generic. Like, too generic, almost. I think I'm gonna have to say pass. Alright? Olga. Olga is a pizza-loving lady from Tastyville. In her younger years, Olga was once crowned Miss Tastyville at the town's annual beauty pageant. Lately, she has developed a crush on little Eduardo and dreams of one day being called Mrs. Olga Romano. Well, we both know that eventually came true. And I'm guessing that's a picture of her in the background of her card there. So that is really interesting. We already got canonical aging and death. And Italy in this video already. So that's good. Anyways, I'm gonna have to say pass due to the marriage thing, but she's happy and that's fine. Giorgito. Giorgito is a short yet savvy businessman who grew up in the small town of Tacodale. He acquired most of his wealth when he moved to Starlight City. There, he opened Giorgito's Palace, which soon became one of the city's most popular luxury hotels and pachinko parlor. Giorgito still loves his hometown of Tacodale and makes frequent trips back for his favorite steak tacos. Alright. Alright. Aw, pass though. They're too cute together. Agreed. We don't want to be homewreckers, and besides, they're great together. Alright, so Giorgito. Businessman. Short. Real good. Likes steak tacos. Seems like a... Alright, so my logic behind this is he's already rich, which is like making me want to lean towards Smash, but like if they weren't rich, would I still want to Smash? And the answer is probably no, so I'm gonna say pass. And it's not because he's short. I do not want a 6 foot tall guy, okay? I am barely 5 feet tall. I do not want a 6 foot tall boyfriend. I would like a 6 foot tall girlfriend, however. Whichever, you know. Anyways, Mindy. Mindy is a talented hairdresser. Excuse me. Mindy is a talented hairdresser from Tastyville. She and her mom, Vicky, run the Cloudberry Beauty Salon across from Papa's Pizzeria. Mindy has been known to practice on herself and has had many hairstyles and colors throughout the years. Mindy has many clients, including Tim, who comes in every other month for a very manly perm. Oh, so Vicky is her mom? I thought Vicky was, like, legit younger. Honestly. Which I guess is good for her. Anyways, poor Sue in the picture. She don't even know. She don't even know what's happening. Anyways, Vicky is a whole MILF. Yeah, I thought she was just like a... I didn't think she was a mother. I'll say that much. I did not guess from the appearance. And I guess I wouldn't have known that she was Mindy's mom, because Mindy is actually blonde. She just dyes her hair. So I guess it is kind of hard to tell. Anyways, Smash. Boomer. Boomer is a world-famous daredevil who performs a wide variety of stunts in Starlight City. As a teenager, she got her start jumping crates on her bike in the dusty streets of Toastwood. Now Boomer holds the record for jumping over a dozen buses on a motorcycle. Her famous human cannonball shows draw a massive crowd to the streets of Starlight City each year. So, yeah. Smash. No questions. No questions asked. Smash. Penny is a high school girl who loves to dine out, but it was getting hard to afford all those pizzas, burgers, and tacos, so when she heard Papa was hiring, Penny quickly made her way to Calypso Island. However, her dreams of fun, sun, and easy money were thwarted when a flood of tourists arrived on the SS Louie. Penny could not complain because she got to work with Alberto, and soon the two started dating. Alright, so minor, so pass. But still, I just love the joke of... One of my favorite things... I don't know, I just loved the joke. It's literally what I said when I first started playing. No, I actually have to work at my job! Anyways, next, Bruno Romano. Bruno Romano is the feisty accordion player and lead singer of the Romano Family Quartet. She's also the band manager who successfully books all the gigs and heavily promotes the band. Bruna single-handedly organized the massive Manicotti Mandolin Tour, which spanned 12 cities in 12 days. Alright, feisty. And a great organizer. Plays the accordion, Smash. Akari. Akari is a highly skilled motorcyclist who loves life in the fast lane. By day, she's an independent motorcycle courier, delivering important packages across the city at lightning speed. By night, Akari can be found revving up at the Tacodale Speedway, where she'll race anyone who's up for the challenge. S-M-A-S-H. Agreed. Smash. I mean, seriously, look at her. Look at her. Look at how cool she is. Pinch Hitwell. Pinch Hitwell is an independent pinch hitter for... Excuse me. Pinch Hitwell is an independent pinch hitter for Griller Stadium, who can be seen playing for the home team at each game. Pinch has had his name changed from Johnny to avoid confusion and to better his chances of hitting the major leagues. After a year at the Oniontown Sourdome, Pinch was offered a job at his hometown at Griller Stadium. He was ecstatic to return to Tastyville, home of his favorite pizzeria. Alright. Pretty interesting lore. I'm gonna have to say pass, though. I'm not really into athletes. I don't know. I think I'm just afraid, like, if I date an athlete, they're gonna make me, like, exercise and eat healthy. Ew. Bleh. Nasty. Anyways, next. Whew. Okay. Carlo Romano. Carlo grew up in the town of Portolini with his older sister Bruna and the rest of the Romano family. Even at a young age, Carlo was a natural at playing the mandolin. Although he can now play a variety of stringed instruments, he still prefers the soft tremolo of an old mandolin. Carlo is always eager to help aspiring musicians and even taught Marty his first chords. Smash. For anyone who doesn't know, Carlo Romano was like a childhood crush of mine. Like back in the early days, I always looked forward to seeing him when I was playing on those old school computers. And he was always my favorite. Something just drew me towards him. But and I'd still say that. I still say that he's a fine guy. So smash. Johnny. Johnny is a baking-loving lumberjack from Maple Mountain. His primary job is the chopping of pine trees and the many log cabins in the area. However, during the holidays, he sells the finest Christmas trees in the parking lot of Papa's Pancakeria. Johnny is a town favorite at the annual Maple Mountain Wood Chops show, where he holds several medals in the underhand block chop and the 60-foot speed climb. Alright. A strong outdoorsy guy. Well, I mean, I'm not really an outdoorsy person, but I don't know. He's really handsome. Let's just say smash. Clover. Clover is the younger sister of the popular burger chef Marty. She's a talented drummer who can keep a solid beat at breakneck speeds. She practices daily in her garage on a quiet cul-de-sac in Burgerberg. Clover, along with her brother, are in a ska punk band called Scarlet and the Shakers. Yeah, smash. She's cute and she's energetic. And I mean, percussionist. Close to my heart. Was one in high school. So, definite smash. Hugo. Hugo is the local DJ and avid record collector. On Wednesday and Friday nights, he's known as DJ Honeybuster at Club Atomic in downtown Tastyville. During the day, he runs Hugo's Warped Records, a small shop specializing in rare vinyl records and music merchandise. One of his prized records is the first single of the Romano family quartet, A Walk in the Field. Alright. Hugo. Alright, DJ. And he never looks directly at us. He always holds his head up slightly, so it kind of looks like he's just kind of like in his own world, kind of. So, I'm just gonna say pass. Alan. Alan was happy living in Tastyville, but during high school, he had to move with his parents to the dingy streets of Oniontown. Being the new kid, Alan got picked on by the hardened students of Oniontown High. He always stuck up for himself, even if it meant a black eye or a chipped tooth. When Alan graduated, he moved back to Tastyville. His friends were happy to see Alan, but Oniontown has definitely changed him. Damn, who beat his ass? I don't know. But we do know he eventually went into hockey, and I'm pretty sure that involves a lot of ass beating. So, okay. Even with the black eye, I find Alan cute because his design is kind of greaser-coated, I think. And I love greasers. Maybe it was too much Teen Beach Movie, maybe it was too much Happy Days, but I just absolutely a diehard for greaser aesthetic. So, That is a definite smash. Plus, he's got the tragic backstory, and I definitely love me some of those. And, yeah, next question. James. James is a handyman for hire who can handle everything from plumbing problems to roof repair. He is kept very busy by Papa Louie, who calls James whenever something needs repair in one of Papa's many restaurants and properties. Sometimes, his job can be quite hazardous. Once, James was kidnapped by Sarge while unclogging a sink in Wally's apartment. Alright. Handyman. Simple. Pass. Zoe. Zoe is a very talented traveling musician from Taco Dale. She can be found playing her acoustic guitar in clubs, parks, and just about anywhere that mellow music is appreciated. This laid-back lady often daydreams of opening a coffee shop that would showcase the best of local art and live music along with the occasional poetry slam. Yeah, smash. I can definitely vibe with that. I mean, I don't really like coffee, but I definitely love art and music, and the occasional poetry. I wonder I've never been to a poetry slam. I remember the one from 22 Jump Street, but, going to a real one would probably be cool. Mitch. Mitch is the messy chef behind the counters at Papa's Taco Mia. He won his position after competing in the taco eating contest. Although he is only an amateur eater, he strives to one day be like his hero Kenji. When Mitch isn't eating or building tacos, he can usually be found enjoying the outdoors. Mitch enjoys camping, hiking, and kayaking. He also loves fishing with his grandpa Wally. Alright, so we have more family lore. Mitch is Wally's grandson. I'm gonna have to say pass. Sorry, Mitch. Seemed like a cool guy, though. Connor. Connor is the freckle-faced captain of the Burgerberg High Dumplings. When he's not doing homework, he's out on the court shooting hoops. Connor is a fan favorite, and his double jump dunk always gets the crowd cheering. He hopes to one day make it to the big leagues and play for the Broilers. Alright, so minor, pass. I was expecting college basketball, not high school, but I mean, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. It kind of is kind of unexpected who's an adult and who isn't. But I mean, if they aren't an adult, we're just going to automatically say pass. Utah. You know, because it's the right thing to do. Anyways, Utah. Utah lives a relaxing life on the shores of Calypso Island. She carves out a living on the small island by offering guided hiking excursions for the many tourists. She lives in a beach bungalow on the south side of the island with her older sister, Nevada. Utah is a big fan of Papa's Freezeria and has made many trips off the island to check out his latest restaurants. Alright, so they live on Calypso Island, and Nevada is apparently her sister. I thought they were just, like, friends. Smash. Hot country girl. I agree. She's just really cute, and she seems like a nice person. So, smash. Robbie. Robbie once lived in the apartments above Papa's Pizzeria. Having spent all his rent money on pizzas, Robbie desperately needed a job. He soon found an opening as a deckhand aboard a small shrimp boat for the summer. The voyage went awry, and the rogue waves capsized the boat and sent him drifting to an uncharted island. After 3 lonely years, he was spotted and rescued by Captain Corey. So yeah, this is what I told you. He legit was stranded on an island for like 3 years, like friggin' what's his face from the movie Castaway. Anyway, smash. Because, I mean, hot grizzled man, tragic backstory, and he orders, like, all the sweet things from the Freezeria, so that's definitely gotta allude to, like, some sort of soft side. Rita. Rita moved to Burgerberg after winning a job at Papa's Burgeria. Rita works tirelessly all day behind the counter with her co-worker and friend Marty. With her trusty Flipper 5000, Rita can craft the most delicious burgers around town. On her days off, Rita loves watching the latest blockbuster the Sugarplex Theater. Alright, Rita, simple enough. I think I'm actually gonna say pass here. But she definitely does seem like a cool person to be friends with and hang out with. Shannon. Shannon is an investigative reporter for Now Time News. She went to Tastyville to track down the source of counterfeit tickets being sold near Griller Stadium. Shannon quickly refocused her attention on the disappearance of 28 people attending a free Burger Day promotion at Papa's Burgeria. During the ordeal, she interviewed several key witnesses who saw strange individuals lurking around the town the night before. Ooh, so like a hard-hitting journalist. Definitely like that. She's passionate about her work. And she's cute. Smash! Kenji. Kenji is a world-famous competitive eater from Tastyville. He is the title holder of the Hot Dog Eating Championship, a yearly competition hosted by Griller Stadium. Kenji also holds numerous other eating records. Some of his highlights include 52 donuts, 34 quesadillas, and 78 cupcakes. 76 cupcakes. He is currently training for the National Pizza Eating Championship. Nice. Okay, so I love to eat, but this does raise a lot of questions. Like, how is competitive eating, like, technically a sport in this world? Is it a sport in the real world, or is it just some sort of promotional event? And, like, what's up with the friggin'... How do you not, like, get all the, like, high-fattening food sort of effects? Like, what kind of diet does that entail? But then again, Smash, because I do love eating. Wendy. At the bottom of Maple Mountains, you can find the Greasy Gear Garage. It is owned by Wendy. The winding mountain roads cause many accidents, which leaves Wendy with a lot of work. Although she can fix just about any car, Wendy's expertise lies in motorcycles. When a repair is needed, Rico in a car's garage of choice is always the Greasy Gear. Smash. Grease Monkey Girl. And, she is very cute. Tony Solari. Right, Tony and Matt. I'm pretty sure that's what their names are. Tony Solari grew up on the far town of Cleveland. Having a fondness for drawing, he attended the Cleveland Institute of Art when he met Matt Neff and soon started Flipline Studios. Tony now spends most of his days making games, reading comics, and playing with his 4 kids. Alright, so real person. Gonna have to say pass there. But it is cool how they, like, put themselves in their own game. Matt Neff. Matt Neff is the co-owner of Flipline Studios. He teamed up with Tony Solari in college when they discovered they could make video games all on their own. Driven by a desire to create wild platformers, Matt became a self-taught programmer. Again, pass, because real person, but still. Love it. Love that they put themselves in their own game. And it's just still cool and interesting. Prudence. Prudence can be found most mornings flipping flapjacks at Papa's Pancakeria. She is a dog named Pickles she carries around with her everywhere. Although Prudence spoils Pickles immensely, she's done an excellent job training her. Once a year, Prudence enters Pickles in the Cuddle Crown Championship, where they have won Best in Show several times. So she's a very skilled dog trainer, and she's a good owner. Not to mention she's very cute and allergic to cherries, which is my personal headcanon, not a fact, but smash. Anyways, next, Alberto. I'm surprised that we didn't get to see him. I guess since I kind of customized my own character and then hired Penny, Alberto just kind of didn't show up. Which I did find kind of strange, but then again, it's also kind of funny. Anyways, Alberto works during the summer at Papa's Freezeria on the beautiful beaches of Calypso Island. Being an avid football fan, he helped organize the island's first amateur beach soccer league. On the weekends, Alberto co-captains the Freezeria Swizzlers with his girlfriend Penny. Although they haven't won many games, they still have a great time together. Well, that's good. But if he's dating Penny, then he's also probably a minor, unless it's like an 18-17 kind of thing. but I am gonna say pass still, just to be safe. Peggy. Peggy and her family live at the Porterhouse Ranch in the small town of Toastwood. Growing up on the ranch helped her become the expert cow wrangler she is today. Penny is also a huge baseball fan and loves to watch the Turkeys play at Griller Stadium. Unfortunately, she has to split her time between the ranch and Papa's Hot Doggeria in order to keep her prized season tickets. So, sports fan, country girl, smash. Taylor. Taylor lives in the 4th floor of Papa's Pizzeria apartments. On weekends, he loves to order a huge pizza and stay up late playing video games with his roommate, Chuck. Taylor works at Griller Stadium serving up hot dogs and drinks for all the cheering baseball fans. If you see Taylor on the street, he'll most likely be zoning out as he listens to his favorite tunes by DJ Honeybuster. Alright, so we just got a tie-in for a bunch of characters, and a gamer who loves pizza, and Smash. Santa. During Christmas, the jolly old elf is extremely busy delivering presents to good girls and boys. However, Santa just can't help stopping by his favorite restaurants to grab a quick bite to eat. His boundless appetite allows him to devour endless stacks of Christmas cookies while still having room for a festive cupcake or a heaping plate of pasta. Alright. Okay, so this is kind of strange. Like, if you had the opportunity to fuck Santa, would you? Who wouldn't smash Santa? Okay, I mean, I don't know if he's, canonically married in this world. And I mean, he's basically like an immortal pagan god. I think I'm gonna say smash, but just out of, curiosity. Anyways, Professor Fitz. Professor Fitz is an eccentric scientist who runs Gigaloaf Labs. Within the walls of his laboratory, Fitz carries on a wide variety of research and development ranging from exotic foods, food additives, to mechanical contraptions. Fitz earned his first doctorate at the prestigious Truffleton University, where he now gives highly enthusiastic lectures. Lately, Fitz has been studying the strange property of work coins. Alright. Eccentric scientist. Cool dude. Smash. Scarlet. Scarlet is a feisty writer from the town of Frostfield. She's the lead singer of Scarlet and the Shakers. Oh, she's the lead singer for the band Scarlet and the Shakers. Scarlet and her boyfriend, Rudy, were the founding members of the 4-piece band. On top of singing during a show, she'll also play electric organ and even bust out the old trumpet. Recently, Scarlet made an appearance at Hugo's Warped Records and launched their new album, Banana Zuka Bop. Yeah, smash. Edna. Edna is a lovely old lady from the town of Burgerberg. In her younger years, she was a seamstress. Although she loved her job, her paychecks were barely covered the bills. Edna lived a simple and somewhat lonely life until the day she found an odd deflated hot air balloon strewed across her tiny backyard. Beneath the patchwork sea of fabrics was a basket holding 2 tiny red-haired twins. So, pass, but she is a nice old lady. She's cute and she's nice and she's sweet and she's a sweet old lady. So she is technically the mother figure to Sandra and Zolo, which is also pretty interesting lore. So they're I'm pretty sure they're royals from Munchmore, according to the lore. Anyways, Vicky, there she is. Vicky is the co-owner of Cloudberry Beauty Salon in Tastyville. Most of her time is spent performing a wide variety of beauty treatments on her clients. Vicky recently receives reviews for her perfect pedicures and fantastic facials. However, her true passion is makeup and beauty tips, an area of the salon that is still, for some reason, struggling to build a large client base. Okay, so... Yep. I still cannot believe the fact that this is a mom. And oh, Sue is just getting it. Just getting all the bad luck in these flip deck cards. Alright, she is a MILF. I think I'm gonna have to say pass, though. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Maggie was a carefree girl whose life changed when she won her first serious job. Maggie became head chef of Papa's Taco Mia in Taco Dale, where she now lives. On top of writing several spicy cookbooks and hosting the annual taco eating contest, she's also started a committee to bring more business to Taco Dale. Maggie's popularity has grown so much that the residents hope she'll run for mayor. So she's an active member of her community. And she's, like, cute and well organized. Smash. Cooper. Every morning, Cooper cooks up the fluffiest pancakes for all the townsfolk of Maple Mountain. Even though he was unexpectedly hired by Papa Louie, Cooper quickly fell in love with whipping flapjacks for a living. After work, Cooper and his cat Cookie head home to Tastyville. Cooper also brings home a stack of chocolate chip waffles for his kid brother Greg. Alright. So, more family tie-ins. Greg is his little brother. And the cat's cute. Nice guy, but I'm probably gonna have to say pass. Anyways, hold on. I think I need a sip of drink and to blow my nose again. I'm sorry. Alright, thank you. Anyways, I just need to get the counters back up. There we go. Willow. Willow is a soft-spoken girl who makes a living baking at Papa's Cupcakeria. In her spare time, she enjoys reading spooky novels that she buys from the local Biscotti bookstore. Willow loves writing free verse poetry and has accumulated quite a collection. Unfortunately, she is quite shy and restricts anyone from reading her poems. The only allowed audience for Willow's poetry recitals is Jackie, her tiny pet tarantula. Okay, so she's a poet and she's a goth. She's shy and soft-spoken. And she's super cute. And she has a pet tarantula. Smash. Alright, Mandy. Mandy is an award-winning chef at the world-renowned restaurant Papa's Wingeria. What started as a quick vacation to Starlight City became a rather permanent part-time job for her. When Mandy's not frying up crispy wings and shrimp, she is busy taking care of her 4 kids. Tony loves to brag about Mandy's awesome job and how the family gets all the free wings they can eat. Okay, so this also may be based on a real person, so to stay safe, we're just gonna say pass. Chuck. Chuck is a highly charismatic server at Papa's Wingeria. Before he won a job serving wings, he was a small-time model from Tastyville. Chuck mainly did photo shoots for stock photos and clothing stores. Many recognize him as the face of the Surf Shack summer catalogs. At first, Chuck was bummed about his new cooking job. However, once the tips started rolling in, he quickly changed his tune. Alright, model. I guess he was kind of upset about winning the job. But then again, I guess it is kind of expected because, you gotta pick up all your stuff and just move over to this new place. And this dude looks like he smokes, like, copious amounts of weed. Like, just look at him. With that being said, Smash. Next. Scooter. Scooter is a thrill-seeking skater from Starlight City. She can take all those bumps and bruises that come with skating because she grew up with 3 rowdy older brothers. Amongst her other interests, Scooter absolutely loves roller coasters. Lucky for her, she can ride them every day before work at Papa's Donateria, located right inside Powder Point. So, yeah, tomboy, also wanna be a daredevil, and she makes donuts. Smash. Rattlin.
Radeline is a rambunctious teen who grew up in Onion Town. Her strange affinity for radishes can be traced back to when she was approached by a mysterious man with a wide-brimmed hat. He asked Radeline to watch a crate of hamburger buns for a few hours. In return, she was given a shoebox containing 5 radish coins, 3 paper clips, 2 mismatched buttons, some sawdust, and a gently used knitted hat. Okay, so minor, so pass. But that is some interesting lore. She kind of was given, like, she watched a crate for a few hours and now is basically a mega fan of, like, Radley Maddish. But she is kind of interesting. But pass because teen, minor. Cletus. Cletus lives on a 10-acre farm close to the border of Toastwood and Tacodale. He lives a simple life, tending his farm and raising chickens. Cletus loves auctions and estate sales, and even he admits to being a bit of a hoarder. Most of the junk that he collects ends up rusting out in his yard. To pay bills, he opened up Cletus's scrapyard, where pickers arrive looking for car parts and rusty treasure. Alright. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. I don't really like the whole hoarder bit. That's kind of setting off some red flags. But at least he's aware of it and is trying to, do something about it. Nice guy. Self-aware of his own problems, but I am probably still gonna say pass. Ninjoy. Ninjoy is a mysterious masked girl who is a master of stealth and purveyor of sweet ninja skills. Local news claims she is a delinquent outlaw who would steal candy from a baby. However, more and more people are coming forward with accounts of Ninjoy's heroism and good deeds. Bad or good, one thing's for certain. Ninjoy never misses a meal. She can almost always be found eating at one of Papa's many restaurants. So superhero, ninja, cute, smash. Crystal. Crystal is a self-proclaimed clairvoyant and runs a fortune-telling service called Crystal's View. She is accompanied everywhere by her mischievous pet mink named Cannoli. Crystal can be a rather polarizing Portolinian. Some pay big money for a reading, while others think she's just an eccentric kook. Once a week, Crystal and Cannoli treat themselves to a delicious dinner at Papa's Pastaria. Smash. These future-seeing girls are always, like, really hot, and she's also got kind of, like, the MILF thing going on, and I just love the fact that she just has the living animal scarf. I always love those when they, like, you know, have, like, a living animal buddy on their, like, shoulder. I love that. That's one of my favorite tropes. Anyways, Grimmy. Grimmy is a brash surfer from Calypso Island. He spends most of the days drifting off the coast, waiting for that perfect wave. Grimmy is an excellent freediver and routinely scours the ocean floors for delicious lobster and conches. During tourist season, Grimmy makes some extra cash by taking visitors out on snorkeling excursions at the Great Saltine Reef. Okay. So he loves the beach and he's an active swimmer, surfer, you know, that sort of thing. But I mean, I don't know. The hair, it always looks kind of greasy. And I don't know. I mean, like, the smell of salt water on a person is fine, but, like, after a while it gets kind of up there. It doesn't start to smell too good. Not to mention, I don't know why, he always looks, like, kind of greasy. So, he seems like a cool guy, but I am going to have to say pass. Lisa. Lisa is an aerobics instructor from Burgerberg, where she teaches weekly courses at the local Fit Frenzy gym. She's an avid runner and trains all year for the world-renowned Burgerberg Marathon. Lisa has made quite a name for herself by coming in first place 3 times in the last 5 years. At each race, she is cheered from the sidelines by her proud father, Franco. Alright. She is cute, but she isn't, like, an aerobics instructor and, like, a runner. But she is cute, so I am still gonna say smash. Dino. Dino grew up in the seaside town of Portalini. In high school, he worked at the boat docks where he cleaned and repaired gondolas. He was mentored by the late great gondolier Maximo del Mare. After years of practice, Dino became an official gondolier. Though not the best singer, he can whistle like a bird. His enchanting melodies can be heard echoing through the canalways. I think that's the way you pronounce it, canalways, as he guides the locals around town. So yeah, that is really interesting. Smash. Ivy. Ivy is a successful travel agent for Travel Trout Inc. Although originally from Tacodale, she quickly moved to Calypso Island as soon as Travel Trout opened a new branch on the remote island. Ivy stays very busy helping tourists plan vacations to and from the tropical paradise. Even though she works very hard, Ivy still finds plenty of time to relax on the beach. Alright. Okay. Cute design. Love the beehive. I think I'm gonna say pass, though. She does seem very nice, though. Mary. Mary has been a fan of Papa's food since the opening of his pizzeria. Mary is a painter by trade who mostly paints homes and apartments. Mary can always rely on steady work from Papa Louie. He usually hires Mary to paint his new restaurants before they open, which can keep her pretty busy. She's an amateur bagpiper and can be heard practicing in her apartment bright and early in the weekends. After a long day of painting, Mary relaxes by watching TV with her two pet bugs, Pinto and Garbanzo. Alright. Smash. Hard worker, likes to relax, and she has two adorable pugs. Bagpipes, that's definitely unique. Mayor Mallow. Mayor Puffleton Mallow has governed the picturesque town of Frostfield for many years. As mayor, he has worked extremely hard to herald the town into the 21st century, while still managing to retain Frostfield's old world charm. Over the course of his term, Mayor Mallow has brought many new businesses to the area, including the indoor water park, the Great Sprinkle Chalet, and Papa's Cupcakeria. Long before becoming mayor, a young Puffleton paid his way through college as an assistant manager at the Biscotti bookstore. Alright. Pass. Nevada. Nevada loves her carefree life on Calypso Island with her younger sister, Utah. Her bubbly personality brings a smile to everyone she meets. Nevada organizes the farmers market and craft shows every Thursday during tourist season, where she happily sells her jewelry that is handmade using items found along the sandy beach. Every morning at sunrise, Nevada combs the beach to find what goodies the tide brought in. Oh, that is just... Okay, I love that. I just love the handmade crafts of, going down to the beach, picking up shells, and then making them into jewelry. I just love the concept of that. It just seems like a nice, beautiful thing to do. Anyway, Smash. Bertha. Bertha is the head umpire for Griller Stadium. There, she holds a consecutive leave record for umpiring 856 consecutive home games. During the winter, Bertha hits the ice as a hockey referee, where the Tastyville Cold Cuts are a crowd favorite. Being somewhat of a celebrity amongst sports fans, she can be spotted at many local events. Bertha has officiated numerous eating competitions and is a dependable judge for the annual Tastyville Rib Cook-Off. Alright. 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 Pass. Hacky Zack. A few summers ago, Hacky Zack got a job running the bumper beans at Powder Point, being a fun-loving, laid-back kind of guy who quickly made friends with all the workers at the park. Nowadays, Zack can always be seen goofing around the park while munching on the free snacks he gets from his concession stand buddies. His current job at the park remains a mystery because for the last year or so, nobody has actually seen Zack working. So he's just straight up chilling and playing hacky sack, just going around the park, and no one really knows what he does. He's just kind of here. And honestly, he's a chill dude. I respect that. Smash. Sue. Sue is a long-standing, albeit high-strung customer of Papa's many restaurants. She's a hard-working team leader at the Tastyville Fluff Mart. On a normal workday, Sue can be seen pacing the sales floor while frantically barking orders at to her underlings. Unfortunately for all the diligent work she accomplishes, Sue rarely receives any praise from upper management, which only adds to her irritability. Smash. I want to give her praise. I want to give her that praise. You know? She doesn't get praised at her job, so I wanted to give her praise. I know she already has the girlfriend, but this is theoretical. I could be the girlfriend too. Kayla. Kayla grew up in the small town of Burgerberg. After high school, she attended the Whisker View Film Academy to study acting. Upon graduating, Kayla landed her first role in a short Lemon Mist commercial. Things moved quickly from that day forward as she received more commercial work and finally landed a lead role in a new soap opera, Love Bright Hospital. After the 5th and final season of the show, Kayla proudly won a Daytime Wendy for her role as Dr. Lovebright. So she's a well-accomplished actress, and that's honestly really cool. And she genuinely seems like a nice person, so I'm gonna say smash. Iggy. Iggy is a straight-A student at the Eclair Academy, located just outside of Starlight City. He's obsessed with space exploration and just about anything relating to science fiction. Iggy loves watching reruns of the old TV show Meteor Blaster Zone X. After school, he usually heads over to Gigalof Labs to hang out with his buddy Grandpa Fitz. Iggy spends so much time there that his grandfather built Iggy his own mini lab to keep him busy. Well, that's really cute, but he is a minor, so I am going to say pass. Well, it's not... Well, I guess it's kind of more implied than stated, but still, better safe than sorry. Anyway, Toru. Toru's a friendly student at Tastyville High. She's a member of Stage Crew, which builds the sets and props for the high school's many popular plays. Much to the dismay of her parents, Toru loves spending her free time playing online games. She's even started Let's Play videos of herself reviewing all the latest games in her own quirky style. Toru's videos have quickly grown in popularity, earning her some extra spending money to buy more snacks and comic books. Okay, so that's really cool. She's like a YouTuber, like I am, kind of. And she's cool, but she is also a high schooler, so I am going to have to say pass. But still, I wouldn't mind being her friend. Rudy. Rudy grew up in Powder Point where the ever-present roar of roller coaster lulled him to sleep as a kid. His mother worked at the amusement park, headlining a variety show in the park's now shuttered theater. Rudy is the bass player of the popular band Scarlet and the Shakers. One day, Rudy and his girlfriend Scarlet had to quickly take side jobs at Papa's Cheeseria. This was due to their band equipment being inexplicably stolen by a crabby chef named Guy Mortadello. So yeah, smash. But still, we're getting lots of lore. This is a great way to learn all these lore about the characters. And plus it's quite interesting how much there is, considering this is, a food game where you just, give them ice cream and pizza and then they just, give you tips. But then there's, this whole underlying story each character has. Alright, Xandra and her twin brother Zolo were born within the mystical kingdom of X. There, they were to be raised as the next generation of royal guardians for the magical warp coins. Throughout the long corridors of the kingdom, these coins emblazoned doorways to every location within the Flipverse. The twins were safely cared for by the pint-sized Zeppers, who were the peaceful inhabitants of the kingdom. Following tradition, Xander and Zolo's royal coronation would have happened at age 10, and they would have received the royal X-Wands. Okay, so they're like... I know both Xander and Zolo both kind of dress like they're crazy, but I'm pretty sure they're actually, like, relatively normal, and they're, like, extra-dimensional royals. Xandra, I'm gonna give her a smash. Ember. Ember's the fire captain for the Powder Point Fire Department. Early in her career, Ember single-handedly rescued 3 people from a burning building. This earned her the Golden Axe of Bravery and was a key factor in her future promotion to captain. As a child in Maple Mountain, she was a fun-loving Cookie Scout. Now Ember is a Scoutmaster for Cookie Scout Troop 312. Ember teaches her niece Yippee and friends all about wilderness survival and the fine art of cookie crafting. So that is really interesting. And Smash. I mean, she just seems really cool and chill, and you know, she's cute. I like her. Rhonda. Rhonda's a hard-working trucker for PXD Freight. She's almost always on the road and can usually be spotted driving her giant 18-wheeler, which she lovingly refers to as Josephine. One day, after delivering a large shipment to Taco Dale, Rhonda met a burly biker by the name of Rico. Sharing a love for the open road and Chili, the two immediately hit it off. Now the couple travel together, with Rico trailing behind Rhonda's truck on his rumbling motorcycle. Oh, well, that's actually some pretty interesting lore. That's so cool. Also, Smash. Anyways, Franco. Franco grew up in Toastwood and studied architecture at Torta Tech University. After college, he moved to Burgerberg, where he was hired by a firm to design tract homes for the fast-growing suburb. There, he met his wife, Fernanda, and the two soon had a daughter named Lisa. After 20 years and many promotions, Franco decided to leave his senior manager position. Soon after, he started his own architect firm in his hometown of Toastwood called Fernanco Architecture. Alright, so Franco and Fernanda are the parents of Lisa. And that's really interesting. Because I'm pretty sure Fernanda does interior design and Franco is like an architect. So that's really cool. Anyways, so yeah, hard worker, cool mustache, Smash. Sasha. Sasha lives in the town of Frostfield with her parents, Claire and Vincent. Sasha absolutely loves cheese and has become obsessed with all the cheesy creatures of Munchmore. At Hazelnut High, she joined the debate team and marching band where she plays the trumpet. During the summers, Sasha is a side job as a cheesemaker apprentice at the Churnsmith Creamery. So that's really interesting. She is a minor, though, but I am going to say pass. But, like, I just love when... At least they aren't, like, fans of criminals, at least. She's not gone completely off the rocker yet. But that is really interesting, and she is a pretty cool person. I also wouldn't mind getting to know her either. Trishna. Trishna is a sales associate at Fashion Flambe in Whiskview Mall. Thanks in part to her employee discount, Trisha has amassed a huge assortment of all the latest clothing and accessories. In her spare time, she runs her own fashion blog called The Trendful Tangerine. There, she loves to post pictures of herself and friends modeling some of the latest trending styles from the streets of Tastyville. After high school, Trishna hopes to study fashion design. However, she's finding it difficult to save money for college while keeping her wardrobe up to date. So yeah, that is pretty interesting. Though it is saying that she is still technically in high school, so we're going to say pass. Because, you know, minor, but still. She does seem like a cool person. Like, there's genuinely people like, yeah, may not want to smash, but we want to be friends, you know? That's nice, I think. Anyways, Julep. Julep lives with her family in an old Victorian house just outside the amusement park in Powder Point. This acre plot is the only remaining land that her great-grandfather, Cornelius Powder, retained for the family's estate. Over time, Julep has restored the old greenhouse to grow a huge assortment of flowers. She sells her floral arrangements out of her flower shop in town called Julep's Tulips. Each year she creates the grand rose garland for the winning horse at the Powder Point Derby. Okay, so that's really interesting. She's cute and she loves gardening, and that's honestly pretty interesting. So I'm going to say smash. Alright, next, Chester. Chester is a pessimistic old man from the town of Toastwood. He is considered somewhat of a busybody around the town and is always trying to keep up to date on the neighborhood gossip. Chester is convinced that the world is coming to an end. He has spent a good deal of time and money amassing supplies in his underground bunker behind his cabin. Over the years, Chester has been honing his survival skills by living off the land and forging most of the utilities the town of Toastwood provides its citizens. Or land and foregoing most of the utilities the town of Toastwood provides to its citizens. Alright. So he's one of those apocalypse guys. Those guys always annoyed me. Pass. Cecilia. Cecilia is a longtime fan of Papa Louie's many restaurants. Most people around town recognize Cecilia as the girl who came in third in the first season of Ballroom Bash. In the last few years since her disappointing loss, Cecilia has shied away from ballroom dancing. Her last spark of hope was a job opportunity at Whisker View Dance Studio, which fell through due to its unexpected closure. Cecilia quickly took a job at Papa's Bakeria to pay the bills. Thankfully, after a year of hard work making pies, Papa Louie opened up Cecilia's dance studio so she could pursue her dream. So that is really cool. That is some interesting lore for her. And smash. Joy. Joy is Papa Louie's one and only niece. With this restaurant becoming increasingly popular, Joy decided to return to Papa's Pizzeria to give her little brother a hand. Roy has fond memories of watching his big sister take part in local gymnastic tournaments. Joy even received a full scholarship to Frostfield University for her skills. However, she declined the offer to instead traveled to Sakura Bay, where she worked at several random jobs around town for several years before returning home. And the not so subtle cup in the background. I am gonna say smash. I know her and Ninjoy, they're basically the same person, but still. Different cards, different numbers. So we're still counting it as two separate individuals. Brody. Brody is a slightly disheveled student from the Toastwood Institute of Art. Although this uncertain artist has switched majors several times, he is currently focused on illustration. During the summer, Brody draws wacky caricatures for visitors at Powder Point. Every Friday night, he goes to the rundown Crustwich Theater to watch the weekly midnight movie with his best friend and fellow student Skylar. Alright. College student art. Kind of disheveled looking. It's literally right there in the description, so I suppose that makes sense. Pass. Sienna. Several years ago, Sienna moved from her hometown of Toastwood to the picturesque city of Portellini. Being surrounded by prickly cacti most of her life, she had never experienced a true autumn. A few months after her arrival in Portellini, she witnessed the trees burst into an array of vivid fall colors. that were made even more amazing against the translucent blues of the canals. The aroma of pumpkin spice from the Chicroy Cafe wafting through the streets, and Sienna immediately fell in love with the season. Although she's having a difficulty making friends, she loves her new home. So that's nice. And that is some pretty interesting lore. And she loves autumn. Smash. Claire. Claire is a physician at the Frostfield Climate Emergency Department. She works long 12-hour shifts that change each week. For Claire, the fulfillment she receives from helping people will always outweigh her somewhat insufficient sleep schedule. Whenever Sarge or Bradley Maddish attacks, Claire is always there to look after Papa Louie's rattled customers. Although Claire's schedule can be hectic, she always finds time for her daughter Sasha. Alright, so she's Sasha's mom. Alright. Physician. Smash. Alright, Austin. Austin is a clever teenager from Toastwood. He's a part-time cashier at the local trading post. And one could probably guess, Austin absolutely loves awesome sauce. Yep, that's literally what it is. However, his obsession doesn't end there, as he loves collecting empty sauce bottles of all varieties. In his room, Austin has lined the walls with every imaginable sauce bottle he could find. He was super excited to visit Sakura Bay for the opening of Papa's Freezeria. There, Austin discovered an assortment of exotic sauces that he never knew existed. Alright, an avid collector. That's honestly pretty interesting, you know. A pretty interesting collection, but he is a teenager, so I'm gonna have to say pass. Skylar. Oh, hey, I did remember her name. Skylar is a student studying jewelry and metals, a bachelor degree offered at the Toastwood Institute of Art. As an avid steampunk fan, she spends long hours after class crafting tons of accessories. Each year, Skylar travels to Oniontown to take part in Sprocket World, an underground steampunk convention. There, she shows off her newest costume in hopes of winning gold in the annual cosplay competition. Okay, so that is really interesting and really cool. Steampunk is definitely, like, one of the more interesting. I just really love the aesthetic. And I also really love, like, rocks and jewelry. So, yeah, that's definitely a smash. And I need another sip of drink. This one's really getting to me. I guess I don't usually talk this fast and this much in one go, even while I'm streaming. And I think we're more than halfway through. Anyways, Whiff. Whiff is a buff bouncer who can be seen manning the doors at the many establishments in, like Club Atomic and Rockjaw Concert Club. He spends a great deal of time lifting weights at the local Fit Frenzy gym. Afterwards, Whiff wanders over to Papa's Bakeria where he bulks up on freshly baked pies. Weekly, he travels to Tastyville to hang out with his longtime girlfriend Mindy. As you can guess, she is responsible for Whiff's rather unique hairdo. Okay, so it's not really the hairdo, it's more so the face. Like, he's constantly looks like he's smelling a bad smell. And the strength is impressive, but it just kind of makes his body look weird, so I'm just going to say pass. Perry. Perry is an enthusiastic cyclist from the town of Toastwood. An environmentalist at heart, her only mode of transportation is her trusty bike she calls Old Blue. Perry has a peculiar home on the outskirts of town. A while back, she purchased one of Toastwood's last remaining windmills. Perry repaired it and converted it into a tiny wind-powered house. There, she lives with her pet bluebird, Tart. Perry and Tart often take part in various cycling fundraisers, like the most recent being Pedal for the Larks, a bike ride to raise money for the protection of the Brussels larks. So that's really interesting. She's like an environmentalist, charity. She's cute, and she's got a pet little birdie. That's cute. Smash. Duke Gotcha. Duke Gotcha is a charismatic reporter for Now Time News. He's also the face of the investigative news group known as Team Gotcha, which is comprised of himself and co-worker Shannon. His team Gotcha has weekly TV specials where they uncover various local scams, corruptions, and illegal activity. Duke won a Windy for his highly acclaimed story, Mystery Meat, that investigated the shady inventory sources of Mortadello's meat pies. Duke ends each investigative interview with his famous catchphrase, well, it seems like once again, Duke Gotcha. Alright, interesting. So he's alright, breaking down on crime. Interesting, charismatic, pretty handsome, smash. Janana. Ever since she was young, Janana has been a connoisseur of popular music. Although she cannot play any instruments herself, Janana has stayed rooted in the music scene by becoming a freelance music agent. She first fell into the job during high school when she worked part-time at Hugo's Warped Records. There, Janana managed bookings for her boss, DJ Honeybuster. Since then, she has expanded her clientele to include bands such as the Beach Cobblers, Doom Brulee, and the highly acclaimed Scarlet and the Shakers. Okay, so that is pretty interesting lore. It's pretty interesting. She's cute. Smash. Guy Mortadello. Guy Mortadello was once the owner of the world's largest restaurant chain, Mortadello's Meat Pies. He was a pioneer of made-to-order meals. At the time, people had very few choices of fast food. Guy took advantage of this and baked pies made of the cheapest ingredients, rendering them barely palatable. That all changed when Papa's Pizzeria came along. As Papa Louie opened more and more restaurants, Guy slowly lost all his customers. His last remaining meat pie shop in Toastwood was put out of business by the delicious sandwiches of Papa's Cheeseria. Okay, so he's a salty business guy who's kind of a jerk, took advantage of his customers for greed, and then he got his just desserts. So I'm gonna say pass for him, just so he can get even more of it. Charissa. Every morning at 9 o'clock, the subtle scent of cherries, sandalwood, and other aromas waft through the corridors of Whiskerview Mall. As most patrons know, the source of the fragrance is from Smellbound, a small kiosk shop that is owned and operated by Charissa. There, she sells perfumes, incense, and essential oils. Charissa is a self-proclaimed aromatologist and believes that scent can be used to drive out negative energy and improve one's aura. Okay, so she's one of those. But I mean, I really do like the idea of, like, working with, like, perfumes and incense. I've always found that kind of like a curious sort of thing, you know? Or, well, I've been curious to the idea of it, so we're gonna say smash. Olivia. Although she has never seen one in real life, Olivia feels a deep connection to the party subs of Munchmore. She even refers to them as her spirit snackamal. That is probably because Olivia loves to party so much that she hosts around 6 a year. Olivia spends months coordinating each party down to the finest details. The music, foods, decorations, and games of her parties are perfectly orchestrated. Olivia is currently pursuing her degree at Cavatelli Community College in hopes of one day becoming a professional party planner. Okay, so she is a minor. But I mean, it is pretty interesting. She does have a lot of interesting lore. Oh wait, no, she's currently pursuing her degree. So she isn't a minor. So she's a college student. So that means I can say smash without being a criminal. Great! Vincent. Vincent is a hard-working mailman from the town of Frostfield. While most postal workers stay within their route, Vincent will travel wherever the mail will take him. He's been known to deliver letters and coupons from the cul-de-sacs of Burgerberg all the way to the beach bungalows of Calypso Island. Vincent is a natural at small talk and remembers everyone's names that he delivers to. When he makes the delivery to Prune Creek Retirement Home, Vincent likes to stay for lunch and chat it up with the seniors. So that's sweet. He's just like a nice guy. Just like your standard mailman who like remembers the town, goes above and beyond, and just enjoys talking to the seniors. So that's definitely nice, and that is definitely getting a smash. Emilette. Emilette thoroughly enjoys her job as Sakura Bay High's only drama teacher. There, she trains her pupils to be well-rounded thespians through song, dance, and acting. Each year, Emilette is in charge of directing the high school's award-winning plays. Having no theater houses in Sakura Bay, her annual shows bring in huge crowds well beyond that of normal school plays. When Emilette's not working overtime at school, she's tending to her brood of free-range chickens who supply her with a surplus of delicious eggs. Yep, I've got chickens myself, and I know how quickly those eggs can pile up. Trust me. It's becoming a problem. But a drama teacher, very passionate. I don't know, I mean, she seems nice, but considering how much I live with teachers, and, you know, the work that comes along with it, actually, everything's pretty chill here, so maybe there aren't as many problems with the education system as there are in the real world. Smash. Ripley. Ripley is a world-renowned ethologist. Ethologist. There we go. While enjoying a professorship at Truffleton University, she was approached by Gigalof Labs with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The lab had just created their first stable warp portal to the land of Munchmore. They hired Ripley to become the first explorer of this land to study the native snackimals and their natural environments. Her expeditions lasted for months at a time, and Ripley keeps a detailed journal of her adventures. Along the way, she befriended a local carrot kid named Sprout, who assists Ripley on her trips. Well, that is really cool. Also, this definitely has to be a reference to Alan Ripley from Alien. There's no way that it's not. And she's really cute, so smash. Zolo. Zolo and his twin sister Xandra were being raised by the Zeppers to be the royal guardians of the warp coins. However, that all changed on one fateful night when a crystal-like asteroid with a faint pink tail was observed hurtling through space and was on a collision course with the Kingdom of X, the core realm of the entire Flipverse. The Zeppers quickly patched together an escape balloon and sent the twins off to the safest realm they could find. The stone pierced the sky and shattered the Kingdom of X, scattering all of the sacred warp coins. Alright, so this is less more of the lore of the character and more so the lore of the Munchmore. Which is interesting, but I'm still gonna have to say pass to Zolo. I'm sorry, dude. Wyland B. Wyland B is a high school kid who grew up in Sakura Bay. He recently had to move to Powder Point with his dad, who received a new job. Although they get along at home, Wyland would be mortified if his new classmates knew his dad was their principal at Cornelius Central High. In order to keep it a secret, Wyland Bombaloni simply goes by the name Wyland B to impress the kids at school. He started practicing breakdancing and freestyle rap. Unfortunately, Wyland still has a ways to go before people take him seriously. Okay, so minor pass, but that is pretty interesting lore, you know. He just wants to be cool, and he just wants to be cool. That's pretty interesting and funny. Coily. Coily is a cheerful chef at the popular Papa Louie restaurant, Papa Scooperia. She lives on a tiny 2-story houseboat that floats in the center of Showa Pond. The large pond is surrounded by a picturesque forest on the outskirts of Sakura Bay. Coily considers herself the caretaker of Showa Pond, along with the numerous koi fish that glisten just below its surface. Before she started selling sundaes, Coily was the lead freshwater curator of the Sakura Bay Aquarium. So that is really interesting and cute, and the whole, koi lore. Smash. Le Pete. Pete is a troublesome teen who hangs around the boat docks of Calypso Island. He's always trying to make some extra money and routinely takes on odd jobs around the harbor. One day, Captain Corey hired Pete to help clean up the SS Louie after Radley Madish and his goons tried to hijack the ship. There, Pete found a crumbled poster of Luau LaPunch that had made its way through the portal of Neapolitan. From that point on, he changed his name to Le Pete and became overly obsessed with the boxing brute from the land of Munchmore. So yeah, minor pass. And also the fact that this is also he's literally a fan of a extra dimensional terrorist. Anyways, Cameo. Cameo spends his day at Westview Mall repairing phones for Bloop Mobile. He loves spending his lunch breaks at the food court with his friends who work around the mall. After work, Cameo always squeezes in a few games at Papa Louie's arcade before heading home. However, he's also a hacker that secretly goes by the name Dryden the Cultivator. Cameo spends his night honing his skills by catching and exposing cheaters in some of his favorite online games. His vigilantism won him a high praise from both game developers and players alike. So that is pretty interesting. He's got the whole thing going on. It's really cool. And the whole peanut theme. Smash. Indigo. Indigo is an offbeat fashion designer from Tastyville. Each year, Indigo hosts her own personal fashion show to give everyone in town a glimpse of her latest creations. Her youthful clothing comes in many forms, ranging from casual streetwear to unconventional couture. Indigo runs her own shop across from Griller Stadium called Bellflower Boutique. She loves to start her week by shopping at the Looming Thread and being inspired by the kaleidoscope of colorful fabrics that drape every corner of the store. Alright, seamstress, and she's really cute, so smash. Mo. Mo is the proud owner of Mo's Lair, Tastyville's one and only comic shop. There, he sells the latest comic books, graphic novels, trading cards, and collectibles a fan could hope for. Mo is a walking encyclopedia for all things superhero-related, and often leads his perceptive and various panel discussions at yearly comic cons. He happily lives in the apartment above his shop, where he will occasionally host late-night launch parties for highly anticipated comics. So that is pretty cool. He's a nerd, he's cute, and his hair is nice, so smash. Fernanda. Fernanda is the co-owner of Fernaco Architecture. I said it right earlier. I don't know why I can't get it now. In the sunny town of Toastwood. She studied interior architecture and design at Burgerberg State University. Fernanda got her first job designing custom cabinetry for Ground Chuck Homes, and quickly worked her way up to lead interior designer. But after years of designing cookie-cutter homes, Fernanda convinced her husband Franco that they were capable of so much more. Soon thereafter, the two risked it all to build one of the most highly acclaimed architectural firms in all of Toastwood. So that is really interesting, and she's very strong-spirited, so smash. Moose. Moose and Whippa are well known throughout the streets and dark alleys of Onion Town. The brother and sister team are an enterprising duo who have, in their past, amassed a rather long rap sheet. Petty theft, perjury, bribery, forgery made up the brunt of their criminal records. Claiming to have turned over a new leaf, the two now run a seedy nightclub called the Ginger Snap Lounge. The club is frequented by some of Onion Town's most notorious criminals and sinister syndicates. So, basically these two are white-collar criminals. Or, well, I'm pretty sure they're doing, like, seedy underground crime stuff. But together, as, like, a brother and sister team. So that is pretty interesting. Smash. And Whippa. Whippa and Moose spend most of their time keeping the peace at the Ginger Snap Lounge. Though their comings and goings with the law, they have developed a close relationship with the several detectives from Onion Town PD. Their knowledge of the town's shady underworld has turned Moose and Whippa into the two most valuable informants for the local police. In exchange for their inside information, they get preferential protection from the police. So that is pretty interesting. It's interesting, you know? Like, there's so much going on. Also, Smash. But it really is surprising how much is going on in this game, considering, you know, what the game actually is. Skip. Skip is a construction worker from Onion Town. He's a huge fan of local football games. Of the football team, the Onion Town Bulldogs. Before every game, Skip drives his purple and green RV to the Sourdome Stadium parking lot for some fun-filled tailgating with all his close friends. Skip never goes anywhere without Pastrami, his little pet rat. Although Pastrami may be blind, he still loves listening to the roar of the crowd as it rumbles throughout the stadium. So his pet rat is literally blind, and that's honestly really cute. I think I will say pass, but he still seems like a nice guy and a good friend. He seems like, and plus he's a tailgater. He knows how to kick back. The Dynamo. The Dynamo is a mischievous villain that lurks around Tastyville in the dead of night. He is believed to be solely responsible for many burglaries and vandalism around the town. The Dynamo has a range of high-tech tools to aid him in his thievery. At the end of a heist, he always leaves his mark by spray painting the walls with word bubble quips. When the cops are closing in, he always makes a quick getaway in his high-speed Dynamobile. However, the Dynamo's crime spree has been dampened by his arch-nemesis and local hero, Ninjoy. So we've got like a straight-up superhero and supervillain dynamic here. And that is like really interesting. Also, Smash. But like seriously, it's fascinating, you know? Lizel. Lizel grew up in the rural town of Scrapple Hill. She was a natural at football, making varsity in her freshman year. Despite the wins and cheers of that season, Lizel never signed back up. The anxiety of trying to fit in with the other boys wore her down. With each year, she became more quiet and withdrawn. After graduation, she moved to Tastyville, where she made many like-minded friends. In time, Lizel became the happy, exuberant woman she always felt herself to be. Okay, so that is really interesting. She's like a football star, and that's honestly really cool. So she's like lively and exciting. She used to be like shy and quiet. That's how I want to be. I want to be the shy person who eventually becomes like the gorgeous, like social butterfly. Also Smash. Mr. Bombaloni. Mr. Dom Bombaloni is the spirited head principal at Cornelius Central High. His daily routine starts at Papa's Donuteria, where he grabs a box of tasty donuts for his co-workers. He arrives at school early to record his portion of the morning announcement. Compared to the previous principal, Mr. Bombaloni is a breath of fresh air, albeit strange, eccentric, and somewhat cringy air. His daily video greetings are filled with dad jokes, untimely references, and occasional parody song. Before bed, Mr. Bombaloni makes sure to write out the script for the next day's announcement. Okay, so that is kind of interesting. He's just like a hello, hey, howdy fellow kids, and just like, he just is cool and just wants to be a good principal. And I can roll with that. Smash. Okalani. Okalani enjoys living a breezy life on Calypso Island, where she rents out a small pool house from her aunt, Michaela. Okalani's weekdays are pretty low-key as she cleans the hot tubs and pools around the island at her own relaxed pace. On the other hand, her weekends can get rather hectic. During this time, Okalani is tasked by her aunt to tidy up the many rental properties before the weekly guests arrive. Luckily, the work goes by quickly and she never misses a sunset with her friends on Sunday nights. So that is pretty interesting. She's got a whole good work-life balance, and that's pretty good, so I'm gonna say smash. Draxon. Draxon is a brooding keyboardist for the industrial rock band Doom Brûlée. He co-founded the band with his cousin and lead singer Orion. The cousins write all of Doom Brûlée's songs, yet they compose the lyrics independently without collaboration. Their competitiveness and many creative differences often result in onstage arguments and offstage fight. These blowouts frustrate both the fans and the other bandmates. Despite these challenges, Draxon remains dedicated to keeping the band together no matter what. Alright, so this is like kind of like a band on the verge of breakup. So that's kind of interesting. It's strange, but he's like strong-willed and like for his creativity. And I think that's interesting. Smash. Evelyn. Evelyn lives a relaxing and secluded life in a stunning mansion nestled in the hills of Sakura Bay. Although retired, she once graced the silver screen as the premier leading lady of the era. She became an instant star with her debut role as Harriet in the classic Bread and Butterflies, a timeless tale of how a pastry chef and a butterfly researcher can find true love in the hardest of times. Now Evelyn focuses on philanthropy, tending to her rose garden, and eagerly awaiting her granddaughter Olivia's weekend visits. Alright. So Olivia is her granddaughter. More lore. That's definitely cool. And, smash. MILF. GILF, actually. Technically. So yeah. Boopsie and Bill. Bill was carved a century ago from a walnut tree that has once stood in a wooded lot that is now the location of Griller Stadium. He spent a long time as a vaudeville performer alongside his original partner, Trudy Blue. Once ticket sales dried up, Bill was sold to a consignment shop where he collected dust until the eventual shuttering of the store. He was purchased at a liquidation auction by a lowly janitor named Boopsie. The two clicked immediately, and within a year they were doing daily performances at the Dunkery-Doo Theater in Powder Point. Okay, so the puppet is named Bill and the guy is named Boopsie. Okay, that's a pretty interesting twist, but I am gonna have to say pass because, I don't know. I do not trust that puppet. I mean, the guy seems okay, but, like, I don't know. The puppet just kind of brings it down. Like, there is no way that thing isn't alive and is, like, waiting to murder somebody. So that's gonna be a pass. KCO. KCO is a professional wrestler who is currently fighting for W8W, Wild 8 Wrestling. She was trained by the late Bruiser Brewis when she was only 17 years old and was the youngest wrestler to win a women's world championship. She's currently the leader of the popular stable known as the Notorious Oh-No's. When Casey isn't wrestling in steel cage matches, she can be found visiting children in hospitals and raising money for her foundation, KO Hunger. Whew. So that is cool. She's like a female wrestler and she's like a charity worker. So smash. Plus she's very, very, very pretty. Chase. Chase, the spirited host and co-owners of Oilseed Springs' exclusive reptile extravaganza and petting zoo, brings a flare of energy and excitement to the area as one of the rare roadside spectacles within 100 miles. It draws visitors from far and wide. Chase's prized possession and beloved pet snake since his teenage years is Smokey, a vibrant red ball python. His captivating shows, held daily, seamlessly blend pyrotechnics, daring stunts, and an eclectic menagerie of his cherished scaly companions, ensuring a memorable experience for all attendees. So yeah, that is definitely cool. He's got like the daredevil stuff going on. He just loves animals. Smash. Daniela. Daniela is a highly distinguished chomp pilot, coordinated high-altitude offensive and maneuvering patrol. Growing up in Whiskview, she was captivated by airplanes and spent most of her time building model aircrafts and eagerly re-watching her favorite series of movies, Jetstream Heroes 1 to 3. As an adult, Daniela showcases her aerial talents at the yearly Whiskview Air Show, captivating spectators with her breathtaking stunts. As a role model for aspiring pilots, Daniela's passion for aviation has inspired many to take to the skies and follow their dreams. So that is really cool. She's like an inspiration, and that is awesome. And she's really pretty, especially with her hair down. Smash. Raleigh. Raleigh can usually be found at Sakura Shine Dry Cleaning, expertly tackling the most stubborn stains. As with most things in life, Raleigh takes his job very seriously. Despite his ongoing battle with germophobia, Raleigh has made significant strides in overcoming his anxieties, which once kept him housebound for 3 long years. Today, Raleigh juggles a busy schedule, working during the day and attending evening classes at Hakuto College. His goal is to earn a master's degree in psychology and use his personal experience to help others overcome their fears. Okay, so he's a germaphobe. And that's not really a bad thing. It's just that, I don't know, I'm not a disgusting person. I'm just like, I forget to clean a lot, so maybe that's kind of a bad thing. But then again, he's so cute. Look at him. We love nerd boys around here, okay? Look at him. Look at him. Look at how much of a nerd boy he is. Look at how cute he is. That's gotta be a smash. Anyways, next. Sprinks the Clown, who I keep calling Sprinkles on accident. Sprinks the Clown can be found performing on the streets throughout Starlight City. She's a beloved character that families flock to for a quick laugh and goofy snapshots. On her sunny days, Sprinks can be seen dancing, making balloon animals, and performing impromptu street magic. However, like many of us, Sprinks has her down days. But even when she's blue, she puts on her makeup and hits the streets. Unfortunately, if you meet her on one of these days, she's likely to shy away from group photos and instead perform pensive slapsticks and pantomimes. Alright. I don't know why it just gives kind of like bipolar vibes. Which is like her happy and sad clown kind of routine. But it's still really interesting. I mean, I'm not really a clussy person, I wouldn't say. But then again, she's very interesting and cute, so smash. CJ Friskins. On Warm Summer Musing, Claudius Jasper Friskins can often be spotted strolling through the streets of New Pepperton, leading his large clouder of cats. Clouder? Is that what a group of cats is called? Whatever. On their daily walk, CJ resides in a cozy double-wide mobile home just outside of town, where he dedicates his time to finding forever homes for the many stray cats in the area. CJ worked as a big cat animal keeper at Zoo Pepperton, highly knowledgeable on the subject. He seizes any opportunity to engage with curious zoo patrons, readily launching into comprehensive lectures about the various big cats at the zoo. So he's not just a big cat fan. He's a big cat fan. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, he's a cat person, but he's not like a crazy cat person. And he's just like genuinely a good guy. Smash. I also really love cats. I have 2 of my own. Simone grew up in New Pepperton, but had to leave her friends behind in 8th grade when her family relocated to the town of Whiskview. She is currently a student at Whiskview Film Academy, pursuing a BFA in sound design. She was thrilled to receive an internship in her hometown for a documentary about a local coffee shop called Mocharia Life. It was during this internship that she met her now close friend, Didar. Film school can be costly, so to help cover tuition expenses, Simone produces weekly lo-fi music tracks to keep increasing for her increasing number of video subscribers. So she makes lo-fi beats to study and chill to. And she's really cute, and she has big hair. I really like the big hair. That's like one of my favorite traits in a character, when they got like big hair. Smash. Didar, who we just met earlier today. Didar discovered his passion for filmmaking when his mother gifted him a video recorder at a young age. While growing up in Maple Mountains, he honed his skills by creating numerous short films, eventually securing a scholarship at Whiskview Film Academy to pursue a BFA in filmmaking. On summer breaks, he heads back home where he is a member of the Mystery Mountain Club, which is dedicated to the pursuit of the legendary Sugar Squatch. Didar diligently films their adventures as they search the surrounding hills for the mythical creature. Alright, Bigfoot Hunter. Smash. He's cute. Why not? Petrona. Petrona is a successful film producer specializing in documentary films and reality television. Her intense work ethic and reserved demeanor leave her with limited time to make friends in her hometown of New Pepperton. Petrona's first major hit was a 6-episode miniseries featuring Pinch Hitwell and his uniquely challenging role at Griller Stadium. Recently, she dedicated an entire year to nurturing the production of the award-winning documentary Mocharia Life. So that's definitely interesting. You know, they don't really characterize producers really well, but still, like, she's a nose on the grindstone businesswoman who knows what she wants, so smash. Plus, she's cute and her hair is nice. Caleb. Caleb is a friendly assistant manager of Twizzley's, a hotspot in Whiskview Mall, selling alternative clothes and pop culture merch. Oh wait, Twizzies. Whatever. His love of the unconventional extends to his personal life as a self-confessed cubby nerd. His position at Twizzies, while enjoyable, unfortunately fuels his ever-growing collection of these adorable figures. When Caleb works on Saturdays, he enjoys spending his lunch break with his cousin Trishna over a slice of their favorite pie. So that's interesting. He's got action figure collections, and he's just, like, really cool. Generally nice guy. Let's just say smash. Pally. Pally is a powerful force of positivity in her hometown of New Pepperton. Widely recognized as the best-selling author of her empowering self-help book series, Be a Pal, Pally embodies her philosophy by cultivating happiness, which revolves around the notions of giving back to the community. Leading by example, she can be found volunteering at robo-shelters, spearheading park cleanup committees, and hosting writing workshops at the local library. Out of all the activities that keep Pally busy, she particularly cherishes her summer job as a camp counselor at Lake Macchiato. So that is pretty interesting. I don't usually like people, I don't usually like the self-help book sort of thing, or like the whole self-help actualization thing. Because it most likely focuses on, it tries to focus too hard on things that can't change. Or, well, it kind of, I don't know, it just never really seems that helpful. Or maybe I'm just too much of a pessimist, but she genuinely seems like she cares and actively practices what she preaches. And genuinely does want to help people. So I will say smash. Plus, she's also cute. Budwin. Budwin, a chronically drowsy denizen of Oiled Seed Spring, has a peculiar knack for slipping into slumbers. Often taking 4 naps a day after an unsuccessful year of attempting to stay awake during business classes at Canola College, he unfortunately had to drop out. Presently, Budwin dreams his days away in the comfort of his parents' cozy basement. On the rare occasion when he wakes up early, Budwin works at his family's hardware store, Bucket of Rust, haphazardly stocking shelves between yawns. Alright, so he's a basement dweller. But he's also a sleeper. I mean, I'm a sleeper. I almost missed the stream today because I was sleeping in. So yeah, I love sleeping. He loves sleeping. Kind of a basement dweller, but he's handsome, so smash. New Marcus. New Marcus is a self-proclaimed serial entrepreneur from Oniontown. He started young by selling landfill bricks to unsuspecting tourists, claiming they were from the historic and entirely fictional Briny Brick Bridge. After high school, he used his brick money to start his first company, New Glance. With the assistance of external investors, he turned his dream of computing goggles into reality, raising millions of dollars in the process. Unfortunately, the nervous board of directors liquidated the underperforming company after New Marcus was leaving New Marcus with the only working New Glance prototype. Alright, so this is pretty interesting. I think this is the same thing for Giorgito, where, yeah, he's fabulously wealthy, but if he wasn't fabulously wealthy, would I still want to say smash? And I'm gonna have to go with probably not, so I'm gonna say pass. Treble. Hailing from the quaint town of Oilseed Springs, Treble is a diligent high school student with an enthusiastic member of the school's auto club. Treble's life took an exciting turn on their 16th birthday when their father handed over the keys to his old pickup truck. During the following winter, Treble spent countless hours in the garage revamping the old truck with new parts and their own personal flair. Now nothing brings them more joy than cruising down the dusty roads of Oilseed Spring on a sweltering summer day. So, minor, but we are going to say pass. But still, that's an interesting story. They're really cool, and they're non-binary. This is the first canonical non-binary character. That's honestly so cool. Yuko, who we also just met today. Yuko starts her day with a cup of tea as she looks out over the bustling city of Tastyville from her home in the Papa's Pizzeria apartments. Alongside her husband, Espen, they both head the Tenants Association for the building. With a passion for all things timeless and elegant, Yuko is the owner of Lovely Leftovers, a charming boutique nestled among Tastyville's historic Main Street. On Mondays, she enjoys brunch at Papa's Pancakeria. There, she beams with pride as she watches her daughter, Prudence, skillfully manage the bustling restaurant. Oh, so this is Prudence's mom. That's honestly so interesting. We're learning so much about all of these characters and how they're related, and I just didn't really know that. Anyway, smash. Amiria is a dental hygienist at Taco Dale's Obsessive Dental. where she has the privilege of working alongside the esteemed Dr. Luxator, whatever. While her workdays involve dealing with dental issues and comforting anxious patients, her roots lie in a very different, earthier setting. Amiria was raised on a kiwi farm in Scrapple Hill, a lush agricultural haven where she learned the values of hard work. Because of this, Amiria has 2 small but thriving kiwi plants adoring her patio on the 3rd floor of the 213 apartments. So that is really interesting. Wait, don't kiwis grow on trees or... Oh, whatever. I don't know how kiwis work. Anyway, she's really cute and very pretty, and she's, like, really strong-willed. So, smash. Lloyd. Lloyd is a lifelong resident of Calypso Island, boasting the rare title of the town's only centenarian. Originally an amateur bodybuilder, fate transformed him into a sought-after celebrity fitness guru with numerous self-help books and workout videos to his name. Lloyd's influence in the wellness sphere is undeniable. Passionate about the health virtues of homemade juice blends, he is the mastermind behind the famed Lloyd's legendary liquefier. Today, while technically retired, he remains vigilant, volunteering as an eagle-eyed lifeguard, ensuring the safety of Calypso's shores. So that is pretty interesting. There's a lot of cool lore, but I am going to say pass. But still, a cool guy. I'd like to get to know him. Not smash, but still, cool guy to hang out with. Michaela. Michaela rose from the streets of Onion Town to become a distinguished real estate magnate? Whatever. Upon setting foot on the untouched shores of Calypso Island, she recognized its unparalleled potential. Swiftly capitalizing on this opportunity, she pioneered the island's first beachfront rental properties, with her footprints expanding over the years. Michaela recently unveiled her most ambitious project yet, Stunnycombe Estates. Upon completion, these luxurious condos will stand as the crown jewel of Calypso Island, beckoning discerned snowbirds from the mainland. Excuse me, all this talking is starting to get to me, I think. And she was introduced in Freezeria. I'm pretty sure Lloyd was, too. Oh, yep. They were both introduced in the game we just played, Freezeria Deluxe. So yeah, she definitely knows what she's doing. And she's very pretty, so we're gonna say smash. Isadora. In the bustling halls of Oilseed Springs Middle School, Isadora stands out as a remarkable student. Her name frequently graces the honor roll, and her clarinet skills in the school band resonate with a distinct passion. While Isadora is certainly adored by her teachers, her peers have a difficult time navigating her rather brash personality. For Isadora's 2 close friends, Astra and Enzo, her challenging demeanor is no issue. They easily see beyond Isadora's tough exterior, cherishing her genuine charm and vibrant enthusiasm for life. So yeah, minor pass. But still, it's still cool. I love all this lore. She definitely does have a strong spirit. Yolanda. Okay, I know she has a sister, and I know there's 2 of them. But there's no flip deck card for there's only this one, so womp womp. Yolanda and her older sister Bonnie arrived in Oilseed Springs at the onset of the Chicken Sandwich Wars. Court records revealed that the documents they submitted to establish their restaurant, Crumple Family Chicken, contained false information. Following the extensive cross-country investigation, the prosecution was unable to find any records confirming the origins of the sisters or their alleged chain of restaurants. This evidence ultimately contributed to their conviction and imprisonment for stealing a property chicken sandwich recipe. Alright, yeah, so they're literally criminals. And, it is pretty mysterious, though. I'm pretty sure we still don't really have all the answers on who these people are, or where they came from, or why they wanted to rival Papa Louie in the first place. Probably something from Munchmore. Anyways, pass. Ali Kabam. Ali Kabam is a celebrated magician and proprietor of Magic and Mischief, a charming shop nestled along the sun-drenched boardwalks of San Fresco Wharf. This whimsical establishment also serves as a vibrant stage for Ali's enchanting weekly performances. Assisting her is the ever-cheerful Elixir, whom Ali vehemently insists is a bunny. Yeah, okay. One of Ali's signature illusions is her mysterious bottomless top ad trick, where she pulls an astonishing array of items from a seemingly empty hat, leaving audiences both dazzled and puzzled. So yeah, that's really cool. And she's cute. Smash. Seymour. Seymour is the spirited creator of and face of Seymour's Shrimp Sticks. Starting as a deckhand on a shrimp boat, Seymour turned his passion for the sea into a beloved brand. His shrimp sticks, known for their classic Old Wharf seasoning, are a household favorite from Frostfield to Toastwood. Seymour's dedication and love for seafood shines through in every bite. When he's not busy running his thriving company, he enjoys life on his charming two-story houseboat, permanently docked in the scenic San Fresco Marina. Alright. Businessman. And he lives on a houseboat. That's cool. But I think I'll say pass. Orion. Orion is the enigmatic lead singer of Doom Brûlée. Orion, the enigmatic lead singer of Doom Brûlée, has captivated audiences with his unique voice and charismatic stage presence. After penning their most recent hit song, Sinister Soufflé, Orion began working on his first solo album, raising concerns among his bandmates despite his assurance of commitment to the group. His solo work promises to explore new musical territories, blending shoegazing melodies with non-linear storytelling. Although the future of Doom Brûlée remains uncertain, Orion's artistic impact is undeniable. Okay, so that is really interesting. This band literally is, like, on the verge of breaking up. That's been, like, a pretty important sort of stand-in in the series for so long, that this band is just, like, starting to break up and, like, have issues and stuff. That really is interesting. He does seem really cool, so I'm gonna say smash. Oh, and that's it. That's it. That's all of them. Okay, so that's, 145 characters, 51 passes, and 94 smashes. So, yeah, they definitely... Flipline Studios definitely knows what they're doing. And today, we did good. We managed to get 100% on Papa's Pizzeria. Freezeria. We managed to get 100% on Papa's Freezeria, and we made the only, I'm aware, Papa Louie Smasher Pass. So thank you so much for watching, as the thing states. This is probably going to be it for today because, my voice is starting to hurt from all of that. From all of that talking. But we did it, and we've got 100%, finished the Smasher Pass, and after a break, we're gonna start a whole new series. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching and chatting and just being here. It's really great. I greatly appreciate all of you for sticking through to this series, and next time I'll be coming back with a new game. So until then, bye!